Shining is the land's light of justice. Ever flows the land's well of purpose. Walk free, walk free, walk free. Believe the lamb's alive, so believe.
Good evening, classy crew. Welcome back to another Final Fantasy stream. How you guys all doing tonight? Get these frame rate corrected here. Boom. Hello, Prickly Velvet. Actually, I shouldn't assume that. You are annoyed, Vulcan. What goes on? Dr. Macho, coming to see the proof. Hello, ads. Hello, Hellhound. Who's ready to move this little guy one notch over? Because we're going to move him. And then we're going to move him again. I think I can get 2 limit break bars tonight. You're finishing cooking dinner? Wait, I thought you were just in the shower. What kind of Superman are you? I don't know where my hat is, actually. I got a haircut though, so I'm like, who needs a hat? Fair point, Takashi, but you know, there's more than the head to clean. All right, what was I doing? Guys, come on, keep it straight. When Yugiri met the fraternity, I guess we're gonna just keep going wherever I was going. We're doing samurai stuff. Deliver the Admiral's letter of introduction to the inconspicuous man. What? Oh, right. We finished. We defeated Leviathan. Wait, we gotta do the thing. Come, little Goobu. We must announce to the viewers where we are. Look at the camera. Thank you. You will be a streamer yet. There we go. Where are you going? Stay there. There we go. Previously on Samurai J and Little Goobu Adventure, oh my god, this little kid. We defeated Leviathan, and we met Yugiri, and we moved homes, and Yugiri needs a home, so we gave her a home, and apparently we gotta bring a letter to an inconspicuous man. I don't remember why. Oh, you know what? I should really read the journal. Zenthale gives you a letter of introduction from Merlwib, which should grant Yugiri access to the Leminson underworld. Take the letter to the southern area of the lower decks. Show it to the inconspicuous man. I think this is to get her resources. Man, this little Goobu, yeah, doesn't need me until he needs to be fed. Yeah, you better sneeze. Where are we going? Oh, it's in Limsa. What? Wait. Where am I? I am. Hang on, I'm a little confused right now. I forgot how to read a map for some reason. Okay. Maybe this is this place. I don't want to go to lower. Oh, here it is. Wait, it's in the lower decks. Where's the lower decks? Well, that's the upper deck. They make good card sleeves. Fisherman's Guild. Hey, Kagura, how goes it today? Really, like, they could have laid this out a little bit better for being such a degenerate town. Oh my good, how do I get there? Oh, that's such a roundabout way. What? Where's the path? Where's the path to go this way? Oh. Oh, this map sucks. Okay, we're gonna try going through the boat. No, the docks don't go around. Wait, do they go around? Okay, I'm gonna go the dock route. You're waiting for the train, heading off to work then? I guess so. You gotta trade the epicness of music to get Gridania's dull lullaby. Okay, we're on the right path now. Oh my goodness, don't tell me this is a dead end. Okay. Whew. Oh, it's the holiday today. Hello, inconspicuous man. Got business with me, adventurer? I do. Here's a letter. A Labor Day. Well, you guys do it in May. April, May. We do it in September. So you're the man Admiral sent word of. I was hoping I might catch a glimpse of Thancred too. Been a while since I saw his shite-eating grin. But what with all the doe-eyed wenches about, I expect he got his hands full. Ah, and you must be the Far Easterner. What? Sorry. I'm already starting the stream terrible. Ah, and you must be the Far Easterner that what Merlwib says wants to train with us. Welcome to Limsa, lady. I am Yugiri of Doma. 'Tis an honor to make your acquaintance. I must confess, when first I learned of your organization, I had certain preconceptions as to the nature of your membership. It would seem I was mistaken. You're not the first person to say that, lass. Slim's is a city of pirates, to be sure, and pirates don't give two farts about keeping a spotless reputation. They hardly need a secret society to do their dirty work. Might be as my people and I keep to the shadows, but we got nothing to be ashamed of. It's simply better for business that we remain unseen. And so you have developed fighting techniques suited to this purpose, I see. Know that the practitioners of my art, too, are denizens of shadow. 'Tis in stealth that our strength lies. There is much we might learn from one another, I think. Now I remember what we're doing. Yugiri offered to train Merlwyb's army in the way of the ninja. And that's what we're doing here. I don't watch hockey, Firelord. They always get eliminated anyways. It's like... It's as consistent as the rising of the sun. Then what in the seven hells are we waiting for? If you come with us, Yugiri of Do What's It, we can get acquainted in more private surrounds. Ah, that didn't come out right, did it? Go to horny jail. Master J, I shall remain with these people for a time, that I might study their ways. Though I am loath to be separated from my countrymen, I take solace in the knowledge that they are in the best of hands. You have been a true friend to us Domans. No words would suffice to express my gratitude. Ere long, I hope to begin imparting my martial knowledge to the people of Eorzea. When that time comes, it would be my honor to welcome you as a student. Visible happiness. I'm a rebel, Firelord. Through the maelstrom, Yugiri has the air of a woman bursting with gratitude. Much and more has occurred since first I beheld the Eorzea from the galleon's deck. Suffice it to say, I did not envisage being being invited to play a part in your noble struggle. But forgive me, I have kept you over long. Doubtless you have been pressing business of your own. Rest assured that I no longer require an escort in this land. When next you meet Lady Minfilia, pray relay to her my humblest thanks. Would that I could do so in person, but I must needs fulfill my promise to the Admiral. Till we meet again, warrior of light. To the rising stones! I'm very aware, adds, that she has a tail. She's a dragon lady. The music changes so much from the outside to the inside here. Oh, that's interesting. So we're the outsiders. Why do people say it's racist? She has scales that look draconian. I'm pretty sure there was some dragon no-no happening at one point in the lineage.
I have been reflecting upon the events which took place during our visit to Vilbrand.
We're getting a lot more voice acting.
If you have a moment, I would share my conclusions with you. Please, bear with me. When the Sahagin Elder summoned Leviathan, he employed the power we have come to know as the Echo, though I cannot well explain the how of it. It would seem he became immortal in so doing.
Temporarily.
When the Admiral subsequently slew him, his spirit emerged from his lifeless flesh, a consciousness shorn of physical form. Thus transfigured, he took up residence in the body of his minion with the ease of a man donning a favorite glove.
That's one way to describe it.
Long have I known that the Echo allows one to pass through the walls of a man's soul.
Yo, don't wear me like a glove, Minfilia. Whoops.
But never did I imagine that it could free us from our own flesh,
Thank you for the
nor
follow,
less
Jake.
that our souls could then occupy the next corporeal vessel to take our fancy.
I should really change where that alert shows up. Hang on. What?
It was of this that Elidibus spoke.
It's a valid question,
An
Vulcan.
existence which knows neither cessation nor oblivion.
I turned it down a little bit more today.
And yet, though the Sahagin had mastered his gift and thereby become immortal, he was by no means invulnerable.
This camera angle's weird. Why are we
As
going
we
so
both
far?
bore witness, he was ultimately absorbed into Leviathan. And the import of this observation? If the Ascians' mode of existence is indeed the same, it can be inferred that they too are not invulnerable, that they can be destroyed. There exists a legend which tells of souls who are reborn upon the cusp of each umbral calamity, that they might stay the encroaching darkness.
Wait, is it raining? No, it's not.
To most, it is but a fairy tale. Yet recent events have given me cause to wonder, could the legend in fact refer to the Echo? Much and more yet remains unknown, but I am confident that all will become clear in time. For the present, however, what matters is that the key to defeating the Ascians may at last be within sight. With Urianger's aid, it is my hope that I shall fathom this matter ere long.
Well, speak of the devil.
Oh, I was just about to send for you, my friend. Is Artemis?
Grave tidings from the Sharlayan motherland, my lady. It doth concern our distant allies, the students of Baldessian.
What of them?
My lady, the Isle of Val, which for many years hath been the Order's home, is no more.
What?
No more?
The Death Star?
Whatever do you mean?
I relate only that which hath been conveyed unto me by our agents. An etheric wave of the highest magnitude was recorded in the region. Soon thereafter, 'twas observed that the isle had ceased to be.
Damn.
'Tis postulated that a magic was evoked, like in power to Ultima.
12 preserve.
Quiet, Jojo. Now is not the time. Ugh, back to the Council of
If there are
Ineptitude.
no other matters, I move that today's meeting be adjourned.
You'd think they'd have higher chairs for the Lalafell. Like a booster seat. But more
It is
respectable.
done, my lord. I... Forgive my impertinence, my lord, but these orders, I am uncertain as to what end they serve.
Mystery music.
Revolution.
Oh, he's evil. Oh, these are pretty good rings. Really, these are like the same. Through the maelstrom, complete. Oh, I really should have set my bars before the stream. Oh, that slipped my mind. Well then, one moment, please. Where's the bar? We are doing bar number 2. Boink. This is so arts and craft. I see you, Dr. Macho. What do you need? Dun, 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 dun. Oh. I wish I could just like copy the settings of the last bar so it all just kind of worked. that move. Let's try that again. Up to the third one. Which is Eorzea. Defended. But from what? Oh man, Kagura, please don't incur huge bills watching this cringe. No, we don't do PvP. Alright. Minfilia's thoughts keep returning to the fate of the students of Baldecian. Baldecian. See you soon, Kagura. Our friends, the very Isle itself, everyone and everything. No, it avails us not to speculate. Irianger will send word if there are any developments. Until such time as he does, we must remain firmly focused on that which is within our power to change. With that in mind, I would speak of a different matter, one closer to home. Oh, we're grinding, Dave. We're grinding. We got another, bar filled today. It concerns etheric fluctuations, which we had previously attributed to good King Mogul Mog the 12. May he lay forever dead. That the king is no more is a blessing for which we have you to thank. Yet all is not well in the Twelveswood. Our latest readings reveal an ongoing etheric disturbance of considerable magnitude. They may even suggest the presence of a primal. Man, there's a bunch of primals everywhere. Needless to say, the mere possibility warrants immediate investigation, and I would have you... Acelia, I do not wish to interrupt, but we have a problem. What manner of problem? Band of refugees, hailing from Ul'dah this time, are come to Revenant's Toll seeking asylum. Oh, now they're coming here. It would seem they expect us to afford them the same treatment we gave the Domans. At present, they are in the 7th heaven, awaiting a formal response. 7th heaven. Is that the name of a bar in another Final Fantasy game? Isn't that Tifa's bar? I see. Mayhap this was to be expected. I shall meet with them at once. Acelia, you know full well we haven't the resources to accommodate many more people. Consider what will happen if you do this. Word will spread and more will follow. Your opinion is duly noted, but I will hear their suit. Jay, I should be grateful for your presence at this meeting. Yeah, sure. Let's go talk to the refugees. Speak with the refugees in the 7th heaven. Hello, Rilla. How do you do on this day? On this fine day that is not quite in May, although it may be May in some parts of the world. Oh, this is 7th heaven. Draggle-tailed refugee. Why are you guys coming here? Stay in Ul'dah. They're the refugee place. I apologize for keeping you waiting. My name is Minfilia, and I lead the Scions of the 7th Dawn. 12 be praised, it is you. Ooh, what's dinner tonight? We're ready and willing to work, same as the Domans. Just give us a task and we'll see it done. Pray calm yourselves. I appreciate your enthusiasm, but I know naught of your situation. Beg your pardon, antecedent. I ain't so good with words. We've been living off the scraps of Ul'dah for years now, trying to piece together a life to replace the one that got took. I am well. They say there's work, but there's not for an honest man. Not as one sully his soul sooner than his palms any road. The flames do what they can for us, of course, but it ain't near enough. And it's only getting worse. When the calamity brought us to our knees, those rich bastards in the city didn't help us up. They climbed on our backs. I don't pretend to be clever, but even I can see what's coming. I knew we had to run. The only question was where, and when it came to me, Revenant's Toll. I mean, you took them foreigners, didn't you? So you'd surely do the same for us. She's just like, no, I wouldn't. I fear the situation is rather more complicated. While it is true that we accepted the Domin's petition for aid, that decision was the product of extraordinary circumstances. I sympathize deeply with your plight, but pray understand it is not possible for an organization of our means to aid all who have been affected by the calamity. And so it is with great regret that I must deny your request. Oh no, to his knees. But we've nowhere else to go. You're turning your back on us. If I might have a word. Tataru, is aught miss? There is always a miss. Ill tidings from Ulda, my lady. Alphino has been wounded. No, not his pride. What? How? Is it serious? I cannot say for certain, but I fear it might be. According to the flames, the refugees started a riot. They went wild, apparently lashing out at any and everyone. That can't be right. Why would they? They must have been provoked. The demonstration was meant to be peaceful. 7 hells, now the Blades have an excuse. They'll round us up and kill anyone who tries to resist. Antecedent, please. If you won't help us build a new life, at least help us keep the ones we've got. Oh man, this is political. This game is very political, isn't it? My lady, we are not ones to stand idly by and watch innocents suffer. However, until we know more of the circumstances surrounding this riot, I am not certain what aid, if any, we can provide. If the authorities determine that the refugees attack without provocation, then those responsible will have to answer for their actions. How can you be so blind? Find Alphino and quickly. If he is in danger, or worse, I would have you and none other by his side. Thank you. Pray, do not concern yourself with the matter we were discussing earlier. Ida and Papalima will see to it. Alphino is being treated at the Hourglass. Hurry! Yeah, what you making tonight, Rilla? Also, just seeing your name makes me want cake. I've been craving cake for a while. Oh, fat chocobo. But I am cakeless. And so the cravings persist. What is this? Legacy of Alec. No! Dang it. I always want to like click yes and I just click no. Oh yeah, I forget MMOs can do that. Alright, Alphino, what did you get yourself into now?
Come, you must have gathered by now that Tataru is given to exaggeration. As you can see, I am quite well. Ulda, on the other hand, is not.
Was his
This
pride.
riot was anything but an isolated incident. There is a restlessness in the air. Tensions long simmering are at last threatening to boil over.
Alphino has a very sad look to his face.
Ulda is a nation infamous for the great disparity between the wealthy and the poor. The majority of the populace accepts this state of affairs because they believe that every man bears responsibility for his own lot in life.
How very capitalistic.
To an Uldan, money is the foremost, and some would say the only measure of a man's worth. Small wonder that the wealthiest wield the greatest influence. So where do the refugees fit into this social hierarchy? What place is there for those who fled Alamigo and the... Plainly, there is none. They have no wealth, no power, and no worth.
Holy booby
To the
underboob.
Uldan way of thinking, they may as well not exist. Choosing to ignore their existence, however, is patently not an option. General Rauban and the Sultana understand this. which is why they ordered the immortal flames to provide the refugees aid and succor. Yet none would dispute that the expenses incurred by this policy grow by the day, with no end in sight. This has prompted more and more Uldans to question their obligation to aid these worthless wanderers.
Man, there's a lot of parallels with problems in the real world to this game.
While more and more refugees have come to resent their treatment at the hands of the sneering citizenry. The manner of Lord Lolorito's refusal to grant the Dolmens asylum bespoke a disdain for all refugees, an attitude shared by the rest of the monetarists. And you may be sure they make no effort to conceal their opinions. It was only a matter of time before the refugees united in protest. Nor is it any surprise that some among them would ultimately resort to violence. That the immortal flames should choose this of all occasions to engage in joint training exercises with the other Grand Companies. By the time they return, the situation may well have deteriorated beyond mending.
Am I gonna have to, like, smack some refugees around? Yeah, fictional stories are a great way to explore real-world problems and prospective solutions. As I told you before, it was all but inevitable that an incident of this kind would eventually occur given the rising tensions within the Sultanate. Nevertheless, I have reason to believe that this particular riot may not have begun spontaneously. Have I piqued your curiosity? Good. Then you will accompany me to the Hall of Flames. I would hear what General Raban has to say upon the matter. Can I, like, go inside this way? Wait, this is just gonna dump me on the street, isn't it? Sorry, why is what my first thought? Oh, beating over. Well, I mean, they're causing some trouble, it sounds like, and the flame isn't around to take care of things, and I'm a warrior of light. Gotta keep the order, no? Hey, why are you here anyways? Now is not a good time, Private O'Hay. My hands are full of dealing with the refugees. Precisely the matter we wish to discuss, General. Alphino, back on your feet already. You may credit my swift recovery to your chirurgeons. Chirurgeons. My memories of the riot are still somewhat muddled. I trust you managed to regain control of the situation? Not entirely. We secured the city soon enough, but not before the unrest had spread to the surrounding territories. Pockets of resistance remain throughout Thanalan. We have sent what forces we can spare to root out the last of the belligerents, but progress is slow. They are damnably elusive. I can well imagine, given that the majority of refugees live outside the walls. It stands to reason that they would know the lay of the land. What I do not understand is how they came to be so well prepared. Before my little accident, I observed that several of the refugees were armed, and not with butcher knives or pitchforks, but with martial weaponry. I need hardly add that such equipment is costly. Oh my goodness, ads. None can deny that tensions between the Uldan citizenry and the refugee population have increased since the Domans were turned away. But would that motivate a starving man to purchase arms in lieu of food? I think not. And what of those who have not even a single gil to spend? Who could not survive without the aid provided by the immortal flames? Surely they would sooner sell a weapon than bring it to bear against their benefactors. Okay. Come to the point. Very well. My point, General, is that this powder keg of discontent was not set alight by chance. These events were deliberately set in motion. And now order must be restored. That is my first duty. Until it is done, any investigation can wait. Do not have time to discuss this. My scouts will be returning soon. Oh, we'll be returning anon. The general is no fool. He keeps his own counsel, and with good cause. Were he to claim, without the necessary proof, that these riots were instigated by outside forces, the monetarists would accuse him of attempting to shirk responsibility. After all, he and the Sultana have been the most outspoken proponents of refugee aid. Regardless, they will face harsh criticism in the days ahead. Our allies may stumble upon the truth in time, but I have far more faith in your abilities. Therefore, I propose we conduct our own investigation independent of the authorities. You know what this is all reminding me of in terms of story? Like pacing, it reminds me of the Phantom Menace. You know, Star Wars Phantom Menace, that episode 1 was so like politically charged and kind of boring compared to everything else. But it did set up an understanding of what would happen in episode 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we don't talk about what happens after that. To that end, I would have you make inquiries in the settlements suspected of harboring belligerents. Commander Swift will know which they are. He may balk at a request of such information, but I have no doubt that you can persuade him with your silver tongue. Alphino, I barely speak. I, meanwhile, shall seek answers in my own way, after which we can regroup and share your findings. Well then, shall we? Holy! That looks very Linkish. Wait, which one of you is Sakuya? Why doesn't Link have a cape? Oh, it looks so good. Wait, he kind of does in Breath of the Wild, I guess. Ugh. I got like a case of the munchies, but I really want like a donut. MMOs are bad for like lighting up my snack cravings. Just trying to think, what should I do that's reasonable? I shouldn't order food. Let me see what I got. I don't have cake, but surely I have something. I really do need my box soup. Who this? Anyways, where was I going? Oh, Commander Swift. You look as though you have something to say, Private O'Hay, do you? What you ask is no simple favor. Were such information to fall into the wrong hands, the lives of countless soldiers would be at risk. Even so, there is wisdom in your words. As an able individual, even one with ties to the flames, may be better suited to this task than a regiment. Very well, the Brass Blades have reported suspicious activity in the vicinity of Lost Hope. It may be unrelated to recent events, but we doubt it. I suggest you begin by speaking to the Blades posted there. Alright, from the Flaming Blades to the Brass Blades. It's like the budget version. To the brush station. Oh, they shrank their freaking shrinkflation. This is the first time I have one of these like Quaker Oats bars in a while, and they made the packaging is the same, but they shrunk the bar. Look how tiny that is. It used to go all the way up here. They took like a solid half an inch out of there. Man. Where are we on here? I just noticed there's constellations. What is that? Huh. That's kind of cool. And what brings you here, adventurer? Search for refugees? Well, you've come to the right place. You mean those refugees? Oh, no, you won't find them here. Most of the people of Lost Hope have come to accept their situation and are content to pass their days in peace and quiet. Outsiders have trouble understanding that. Like that merchant who passed through recently. Gregarious fellow, but awfully opinionated. Can't say I was sad to see him go. Friend of the Sultanate, are we? I take it this means someone has read my report. Refugees who left with the merchant have yet to return. I am increasingly concerned that Zazawaka's suspicions were correct. You haven't the foggiest what I'm talking about, do you? Never mind. Speak with Zazawaka. He will explain everything. Where is this Zazawaka? Here you are. Ah, don't hurt me. I'm not one of them. I beg your pardon. You're of the flames, but you're not with the flames? I see. If Leoveric bids you speak with me, then I take it you've agreed to help. 12 be praised for that, because we haven't a moment to waste. Everyone knows the flames are on the march. The others have fallen under that fanatic's spell, but not I. Promises of revolution and retribution, of holding the ruling class to account and taking that which is owed. Ha! A childish fantasy. I did everything I could to dissuade the others from leaving, but few would heed my words. Now that one of our idealists has returned, however, the madness of the merchant's plan is plain for all to see. Look behind yonder tent and you will understand why. Even now he babbles incoherently, so traumatized is he by the bloodshed he witnessed. Try as I might, I can make little sense of his words beyond the fact that he was not alone in surviving. Yet I've no doubt that merchant will lead the remainder to their doom. I beg of you, find them before he does. You all right back here, buddy? What are you doing? Don't draw. This guy hates artists. Why didn't you run away with me? Could have escaped together, then you'd be here with me, be here to soothe me. Why did you have to stay and leave me alone? Don't worry, I got you. I can hand out the soothes. Be soothed, terrified refugee. Who are you? What do you want? Why, it's true, I followed the merchant, and may the gods strike me down for my folly. What they will not give, you must take, he said. When we asked how, he revealed a cache of weapons he had brought and implored us to seize control of our fates. I thought about running then and there, but the others were so excited. He split us into two groups, sent us off on our own. But when the flames found us, we didn't know what to do. Our leader tried to parley with theirs, but then they started arguing and then fighting. Then everyone was fighting, and the flames were trying to give no quarter, and oh god, it's the other group. They're still out there. If we don't stop them, they'll be massacred like mine was. Well, guess I gotta get involved. The other refugees are hiding in the caves south of Lost Hope, but to approach them would be fruitless. They would sooner call us agents of the Sultanate than try to kill us and listen to reason. Why, the twins might even deign to do the deed themselves. Pox and all bloody sellswords. They were supposed to train us to fight, but the ones he sent with us vanished during the struggle. Oh, if only we had never listened to that merchant's ridiculous claims. He said our cause was righteous, that the gods would never suffer us to be defeated. Though if they were forced to confront reality, that's it. Challenge the twins to combat and show my brethren that their strongest warriors are no match for one man. Mayhap then they will agree to lay down their arms and renounce this plot. Alright, south. We'll just teleport here. And then we'll just fly away. Although I could have flown from here. What are you guys up to tonight? Are you going somewhere, Vulcan? Oh, they're inside the cave. Wait, how do I get in this cave? This was not the way. Is there like another entrance over here? Aha! What are you doing in here? Seven's hell, they found us. Everyone grab your gear and make for the rendezvous point. So that's your game, is it? Ah ha ha, sorry to disappoint you, lad, but we're more than willing to kill you yourselves. See, I am beating up refugees. And you are dead. Oh, chain 4. There's a lot of people down here. Ah, stupid frog. Nobody invited you to this party. Oh, oh no! Whew. That was close. Oh yeah, I really gotta put my potions back on my bar. Beat him like it was nothing. But almighty, what are we gonna do? Oh, do I have to go back to the other cave? Ugh. Whoops. Very realistic, right? Blue or other mod, can somebody make a poll? I am curious as to which Final Fantasy people prefer here out of 6, 7, or 10. I think those are all like pretty even. 6, 7, 10. Actually, throw in 9 in there. 6, 7, 9, 10. You've returned. Did you find my brethren? What of the twins? What happened? I see. Well, you had no choice. Nobody likes 8. Better that a handful of them take a beating from you than the lot get butchered by the flames. Tell me, what did the merchant have to say when it was over? He cried. Huh, but where else would he be? Unless he went to Stone's Throw to recruit others. The plot thickens. Gotta chase this guy. The merchant wished to approach the refugees in Stone's Throw, but was waiting until the flames withdrew their forces from the vicinity. Now that they have, there's nothing to stop him from continuing his work. How many more must perish in pursuit of this futile cause? How much more suffering must we endure before it ends? Find him, convince him to cease this mad quest. It will surely lead us to ruin. Oh, that's a crunchy. Maybe that's too crunchy for the stream. Was it in Central? Where is he? Oh, he's down there. Why do they call this place the Black Brush? I don't see any brush or anything that's black. Oh, this way. 3, 4, and 14. The DS remake of 3, I assume? I've never actually played 3. Have you seen my parents? Oh boy. They told me to stay here with the others. They said they'd be back soon, but it's been days. Oh, did I kill this girl's parents? They left with the man from Ulda. The man said they were going to change everything, make it so we could live inside the walls with everyone else. I liked when he said that. I didn't like it when he talked about making the rich people pay. Everyone looked so angry and I got scared. Say, mister, are you looking for someone? Looking for a merchant. You mean the man who left with my parents? But I don't know where he... Oh. Oh. Wait, look, over there. I think that's him. Not suspicious at all. Well now, which of these gullible fools shall be my next victim? Is he gonna choose me? Am I your victim? You! Guess I will not be his victim today. He's getting away. Go get him, mister. Oh, you're nothing for my next to my Maggie. Ugh. Imagine having this chase you down as you're running away. Teach you to mess with the Warrior of Light. Is 3 good, Vulcan? Would you recommend it? You again. Why are you pursuing me? Because you're mysterious. Sedition, treason, revolution. That's preposterous. Who has filled your head with these lies? Refugees? Self-same refugees who terrorize the streets of Ul'dah? Ha! You have no evidence to prove your accusations. None. I have a little girl. No, I will not accompany you to the Hall of Flames. You have no right to detain me. For the sake of argument, let us say I did do the things you claim. Surely you don't think I give a... whatever a Kikern Zar says about politics. It was business, only business. Hello, repeatedly respawning. Thank you for spawning into this chat. Intimidation. Oh, look, an archer. We both know I am not the one you want. However, if you agree to protect me, I swear I shall tell you everything. I was about to get shot. No, merchant man. We had 4 people vote. What's all this commotion? I definitely did not shoot this man with my katana. Tell the others to spread out and search the area. The killer may still be close. We're at 2.3, I think. Hold, adventurer. I would know more about your relationship with the victim as well as the events leading up to his death. How did I put an arrow in this man? Come on. This man was responsible for the recent riots. Mayhap we owe this murderer a debt of gratitude. In any case, it is obvious you are not the one whom we seek. You may carry on with your investigation, Scion. To the Hall of Flames. That was a Swift quest that I'll have to report to Mr. Swift. Is this something you've played all the way through, repeatedly respawning? Yeah. Guess people don't like Final Fantasy here. Probably one of the worst polls yet. What news, Private O'Hay? Where is the merchant? Dead in a field. Commander. Murdered? Damn it all to the 7th hell. He was not simply murdered, Private. He was silenced. Too many knew his face and he was ready to divulge his secrets. Do not despair, though. We may be closer to identifying the true orchestrator of these riots than you realize. Revolution! Swift has a message for you from General Raban. Flame General left word that you were to proceed to the Fragrant Chamber as soon as you returned. He wishes to discuss your recent discoveries as well as the results of your own investigation. Master Alphino has already been informed and should be waiting for you outside. Pray, proceed to the Royal Promenade with all haste and speak with Bartholomew. do I want to go? No. I think I want to go here, maybe? No. All right, I want to go here. We've been expecting you, sir. Please proceed inside. How nice of him to give me a necklace.
Commander Swift has kept us apprised of your recent activities. You've made great strides towards quelling the violence.
Yeah, you know, murdered a few people, but do what I gotta do.
Despite our best efforts to determine what provoked this uprising, the truth continues to elude us. Have you uncovered aught which might shed some light on the mystery?
It's a
This
traitor.
information does not leave this room.
Ooh, secrets.
The Syndicate's decision to reject the Doman refugees' appeal for asylum had lasting repercussions. A number of those displaced by the calamity claimed it was proof of a policy of discrimination. Together with a group of Alamegan refugees, they organized a series of demonstrations to protest against the Sultanate. Demonstrations which became heated, but did not descend into violence. Until a certain incident served as a call to arms.
A unit of brass blades sent to supervise a demonstration loosed arrows upon unarmed protesters.
Oh, that's not cool.
It was this atrocity which prompted the refugees to take up arms. I need not tell you what followed.
We assumed at first that the attack was born of a miscommunication. When emotions run high, they happen. But suspicions were raised regarding the unit's commanding officer, whom I ordered interrogated. Sure enough, our fears were soon confirmed. The dog confessed that a merchant had offered him coin to give the order. A merchant in the employ of Teleji Adeleji.
It's quite a name.
Teleji Adeleji.
Know him?
But he spoke in favor of the Doman's cause, and has ever seemed sympathetic towards the refugees' plight. Why would he do such a thing?
Oh, this is the other.
Know you of the Cartano Reclamation Bill? It is a proposal to annex the Cartano Flats so that refugees may establish permanent settlements.
When last I looked, that was disputed territory.
This is sounding very familiar to modern politics.
Aye. Some might even call it a battlefield. The destruction wrought by Bahamut was greatest at the Cartano Flats. That much is common knowledge.
Oh, this voice.
What is less well known is that his rampage laid bare ancient Alagon ruins, of which no record existed. There are certain differences of opinion as to how these ruins should be handled, which is why each nation maintains a military presence in the region to this day.
What's front lines?
Yet differ though we may, we are still allies. Therefore, in the interest of preserving the Eorzean alliance, we have reached an agreement. Any conflict which may arise during the course of military exercises in the region shall have no bearing on relations between our nations. In full knowledge of this delicate state of affairs, Teleji Adeleji proposed the Cartano Reclamation Bill. A shameless, bloody ruse which stands to benefit him in but one conceivable way. If successful, he will gain control over the disputed territory under the guise of assisting in the resettlement effort. And you can be sure he'll build an orphanage next to every Alagan ruin.
man would threaten the unity of the Eorzean Alliance and risk countless lives for personal gain?
He walks a path all his own, independent of any faction and beholden to none of his fellows on the Syndicate.
I mean, somebody plays them because those PvP arenas are full.
By inciting the less fortunate to violence, he hopes to convince others that the Cartano Reclamation Bill is the only viable solution. His sympathy for the plight of the Domins was not but posturing to gain credibility with the refugees. Of that there can be no doubt.
Forgive me, but what could possibly motivate Teleji Adeleji to go to such lengths? What is so special about these ruins that he would risk his position on the Syndicate, and, most likely, charges of treason against the Sultanate?
Omega.
I thought you said, oh my god. Oh, Omega's asking?
Pardon?
An Oligon monstrosity, not unlike the Ultima weapon. Mayhap larger, we know not. It has yet to be fully excavated. Oligon inscriptions indicate that it was created to fell Bahamut himself.
Whoa.
If accurate, it might explain why Nail Van Darnus chose to bring the Red Moon down upon the Cartano Flats. Given the ends he went to ensure Eorzea's annihilation, destroying the one weapon which could stay the Elder Primal may well have seemed like good sense.
When first I bore witness to the power of the Ultima weapon, I doubted the evidence of my senses. And now you tell me there is another such weapon, one which could contend with Bahamut. Bahamut!
Okay, now things are getting interesting again.
Aye, we were skeptical ourselves. Truth be told, until the Ultima weapon's existence came to light, we thought the inscription had been mistranslated.
At present, Omega is more akin to a fossil than a tool of war, having long since ceased to function. As such, its true potential cannot accurately be gauged. However, if someone were to restore it, as the Carlians did the Ultima weapon, I have little doubt that he would wield untold power.
So many questions.
Power enough to subjugate Uldar like as not, and the rest of Eorzea besides, which is doubtless why Teleji Adeleji yearns to have it.
Oh, Teleji Adeleji. So, it's hard to take him seriously, like, as an evil character. Teleji Adeleji.
That he should aspire to world domination. He who has ever walked 2 paces behind Lord Lolorito in matters of commerce.
'Tis in acknowledgement of his own limitations that he seeks this power. Woe betide us all should we allow him to have it.
Pray waste no time chasing rats. Only a fool would believe that secrets can be kept in Uldar.
It would seem the implications of the Sultanate's refugee problem are rather more far-reaching than we assumed.
I do not have good sitting posture in the game. Recent revelations weigh heavily on Alphino's mind. I forgot to drink my orange juice. I should be glad to know the truth, and yet the thought that all this chaos was the product of one man's lust for power sickens me. How long do you think they intended to hide the existence of Omega from the Scions? That they even felt the need to do so is most troubling. It would be in our best interest to learn more of the military activities in the disputed territories. You are, of course, the Scion best suited to this task, Private O'Hay. Do take a moment to visit the Hall of Flames and make inquiries at the earliest available opportunity. Man, it kind of looks like I'm carrying a broom. Be on. Well, this is no place for children. Aww. I'm sorry. I was looking for you, mister. You said you were looking for the man who left with my parents. You know this girl? Killed her parents, probably. So, he visited Stone's Throw as well. I see. Did you find the man? Were my parents with him? They were not, I am afraid. However, I can think of several places they might be. If you like, we can go and look for them together. Really? You'll help me look, mister? Of course, but first I must needs finishing speaking with my friend. He's telling me a secret, you see, so no one else is allowed to listen. Mayhap you could wait for me by that pillar over there. We require but a moment. Okay, mister, I'll be waiting. I'll take her to the quicksand. Mayhap Momodi will know what to do. A legion of Garleans, an ether-starved primal. Even dealing with an Ascian would be preferable to this charade. Sometimes I fear Minfilia is too ambitious. We rush hither and yon in response to threats as they arise, without concern for the strain it places on our limited resources and ourselves. Mayhap the time has come for a change. What are you suggesting, Alphino? Jay, this is Minfilia. I know this is sudden, but I must ask you to return to Revenant's Toll with all due haste. The situation in the Twelveswood has taken a turn for the worse. I will explain in detail once you arrive. The Twelveswood? Then the primal threat she spoke of before has been confirmed? I have received no reports of Ixali activity, which leaves the Sylphs? Goji, you know as well as I that appearance of a primal takes precedence over all else. Oh, and when you arrive, do inform the antecedent that while I am grateful for her concern, she needn't fear for my safety. I am more than capable of protecting myself. Oh, what do you need, Minfilia? Make sure we get that juice. Wait, I'm lost. Where's the entrance? Oh, here it is. I kind of want to change these horns on my head. It gives off too much of a Loki vibe. The Serpent Herald. It is a relief to see you healthy and hale, Jay. The latest news from Ulda was most disturbing. Loki from from the Marvel Universe. Clearly, the only injury Alphino suffered was to his ego. See, told you. Oh no, I said pride. Same thing. Doubtless it will heal ere long. The other Scions will need to be present for this meeting. If you are ready to begin, I will summon them now. Please do. Well, we're missing a few. Thank you for responding to my call with such haste. Rest assured, I should not have summoned you were it not urgent. To business, then. I have received some most disturbing news from the Order of the Twin Adder. They have reason to believe that the Sylphs may have called forth their revered guardian, the primal Ramu. I'm sorry, may have? Then it is not certain? The Elder Seer informs us that the elementals themselves murmur of the Lord of Levin's return to the forest. The Sylphlins, however, display no signs of undue commotion. Forgive me, antecedent, but that fact need not contradict the elemental's testimony. Unlike his more bellicose compeers, Garuda and so on, Ramu was reputed to act only in the defense of his children. I imagine he would soon make his presence known if any were foolish enough to directly endanger the Sylphs or their territory. The abruptness of this development concerns me. Were we not keeping a close watch on the touched ones and their movements? If preparations for summoning rituals were indeed underway, it would surely not have escaped our notice. Oh, it didn't. I was pretty sure it was going to happen, just not this soon. I beg your pardon, you foresaw this eventuality and did naught to prevent it? I told Papalymo. I suppose I could have reported things to Minfilia earlier, but there honestly wasn't much we could do except wait and see. You know how the Sylphs feel about people poking around in their territory? They already summoned Ramu once right after the calamity, but that was because the Garleans came trampling through the forest. And so long as Castrum Orient stands, the Sylphs cannot be blamed for wishing to have their guardian deity on hand. In short, Ida and I are in agreement. The actions of the forest folk were inevitable and unavoidable. Wow, these scions are so useless. I'm the only scion that tries here. And I maintain that observation would have remained the best policy had it not been for the sudden influx of strangers into the Black Shroud. That, alas, we did not foresee. By all accounts, Rax, the recent violence in Ulda drove a number of refugees to seek safety under the concealing canopy of the trees. Welcome to Heiji Storytime. 'Tis like the Sylphs perceive this panicked migration as yet another invasion and quicken their efforts to summon their god. I am put in mind of Titan and the Kobolds. Once again, it is the affairs of men which have paved the way for a primal's coming. Indeed, one cannot help but wonder what manner of place Eorzea would be without the civilizing influence of mankind. Be that as it may, this regrettable development does afford us a unique opportunity. Jay, through your dealings with the Sylphs of Little Solace, you once succeeded in preventing an untimely conflict with Gridania. I wonder, might one who has treated with the Sylphs so fruitfully in the past not achieve similar success with their patron deity? Hey, Umel. Thanks for joining in. What's for lunch today? If Ramu can be convinced of our intentions, it may be the first step to breaking the cycle of primal summoning. A fond hope, were such a thing possible, we would not have been at war with the Beastmen since time immemorial. But maybe this time we can. Let us continue this discussion anon. We must needs first consult with the nation most affected by Ramu's presence. Ooh, that sounds good, Umel. The Elder Seer has requested your personal involvement. Pray, report to Commander Hulwa at the Adder's Nest as soon as you are able. Steel yourself for the worst. While I hope for a peaceful resolution to this matter, experience suggests that your meeting with the Lord of Levin will prove less than amicable. In such an event, your fellow scions will of course lend you whatever support you require. Have you ever played MMOs or FF14, Rex? Oh, you did? All right. Did you make it so far to Leviathan? Because I think you would really like the song they've come up with Leviathan in this game. Highly recommend just looking up YouTube Leviathan theme FF14. Yeah. This game would suck playing alone. Look at all these cats. Jay of the Scions, your arrival has been most anticipated. The appearance of a primal is ever cause for alarm and unease. Though my men stand ready for any eventuality, I know none more qualified than you to snuff out this threat. Indeed, I would have you do so without delay. The Elder Seer, however, would speak with you first. She is of the opinion that your diplomatic rather than martial skills may better serve our cause. I will not leave further explanation to our learned leader. Pray, make your way to Nofika's altar. The conjurer in attendance will admit you to the lotus stand. Ugh, it's always the same thing. Alright, to the conjurer. Oh, okay, that's fair. Oh, well, if Monster Hunter World took you away, that's understandable. Oh, you bought Monster Hunter World the other day. Oh, man, you are in for a treat. How far are you into it? And do you need anybody to play with? Whoops. Actually, we have a guy in our community, Yuyanga, who has pretty much done everything possible in Monster Hunter 4 and is just now starting Monster Hunter World. The other Scions have already arrived, sir. May I show you in? Oh, Firelord's here. How ominous. Oh yeah, those are kind of boring. So you haven't slayed a monster, like a big monster yet. Yeah, okay. What weapon do you use in that game? You keep your rod to yourself, Firelord. Oh, hello, Walking One. It is good to see a friend of Elder One. Wait, who's talking to me? The old lady?
Scions of the Seventh Dawn, on behalf of the people of Gridania, I bid you welcome. Your presence is of great comfort to us all in these days of uncertainty. I summoned you here to share tidings of a most urgent nature.
Oh, the dual
But a
blades?
short while ago, the great elemental spoke, and his voice was clarion in its intensity. Ramu is returned unto the forest. Scarce had his words ceased to echo in mine ears when we were visited by an emissary from Little Solace. Our guest informs us that the Sylphs too have sensed the presence of the Lord of Levin.
Yeah, I get into periods like that too, Rex. But it's good when a game can actually like hook you in, though.
Though his exact whereabouts remain unknown, we may safely assume that the Primal was summoned within the heart of the Sylphlands. Unlike the other Primals you have encountered, Lord Ramu is no raging avatar of destruction. He is revered as much for his wisdom as his strength, serving as both arbiter and guardian to his children. Given that we and the Sylphs found a way to share the Twelves Wood, it is my hope that this sagely immortal will be amenable to reason, and that conflict may be avoided.
We'll see. See, I'm juggling outside of stream. I just finished 100%ing Jedi Fallen Order, which was my second time playing it. I just got into Jedi Survivor. I'm very close to the end of the story of that game. And I've also been playing Power Wash Simulator, which is my meditative game.
Blessed as you are with the power of the Echo, you are one of the few among us who may commune with a primal without fear of influence. I would ask, therefore, that you represent us in this most delicate of negotiations.
It's so relaxing.
The Twelves Wood has suffered enough. Upon this, we and the Sylphs, and I would venture Lord Ramu himself, are in perfect accord. Let us not endanger our shared home by engaging in unnecessary hostilities.
I actually just finished the Final Fantasy VII DLC yesterday. Because I'm trying to get money so I can get the better Power Washer to continue my campaign. Because my Power Washer is too weak.
Dear friend, I beseech you, safeguard the peace which exists between our peoples.
Sure thing. You know, weren't there 4 Warriors of Light? Oh, look at that happy
You
salad.
have my thanks. Pray make for little solace, then. A member of the Order of the Twin Adder awaits you there. He will advise you on how to find the Lord of Levin.
Okay, I think I'm pinpointing why this part of the story is so slow and boring. It's because the quest isn't just go here, do this, go here, do this. It's literally go here for someone to tell you the same thing of go here, for someone in there to tell you the same thing of go here. And it's just this repetitive of like, you gotta do this, you gotta do this, you gotta do this. And it just stretches it out for no reason.
An ill wind blows through the forest. Yet, it is not only the Twelves Wood that flinches at its coming. All the lands of Eorzea shiver in dread anticipation. Have care.
That's a lot. You're also just getting into Ghost of Tsushima. That's also another one of my favorites. I mean, I could see how all those games satisfy something different. You got your racing game. You got like your grindy game in Diablo. You got your dopamine game in Monster Hunter. Ghost of Tsushima is your third-person adventure game. Splinter Cell, that's first person, I think. Oh, that's nice. They actually just took me... No, they didn't. Okay, that's a very nice rod, Firelord. Look, everybody, look at Firelord's rod. Isn't it nice? Has a crown in it. Is it not a rod? Was it hard to get? Oh, you might like this, Rex. I don't know if you knew about this. Ooh, thunder. Are they worth the grind? It's mostly the look. Jay the Scions, I was told to expect you. I understand you go to treat with the Primal Ramu himself. An unenviable task, but one for which I have no doubt you are well suited. I have been told that your fellow Scions are conducting an investigation of the area as we speak, that we might ascertain the location where Lord of the Levin might be found. I would ask that you abide here until they return with their findings. I was told that a messenger would be sent as soon as your fellow Scions finish their investigation. I do not imagine it will be much longer. How much of a time sink is it to get one relic? This one returns, and returns with good tidings. Wise ones have finished searching and have wisely identified the precise location where the touched one summoned Lord Ramu. Your timing is impeccable, my fluttery friend. Might you be so kind as to escort this good man to his fellow Scions? It would be this one's pleasure, Walking One. Please, please come with this one. A few days. Holy grindy. Whoops, wrong way. Oh, that looks ominous. Yeah, it does make sense at the time, for sure. Wise ones have ventured deep, deep within the Sylphlands. These ones must proceed carefully and keep an eye out for the touched ones. You don't want to talk to the touched ones. This one is most sorry, but this one can go no further. Draw too close to Lord Ramu, and this one may turn mean and nasty like touched ones. And so this one must say farewell for now. Walking one will find wise ones not far from here. To the south. Go in safety, walking one. It's a pretty catchy song. Don't worry, I'll save you. Oh, Papalimo, Ida, Stola, and Cred. So, it's actually you. I am relieved. For a moment, I thought we were dealing with another one of those confounded Sylph's tricksters. I swear with them wreaking havoc with their skin-changing magics. It's a wonder I was able to finish taking my measurements. Yes, it was quite the ordeal. You should have seen the look on Ishtola's face when the one impersonating you suddenly showed up. That's quite enough, Papalimo. My apologies. It's not like me to ramble so. At any rate, as I was saying, I've finished measuring etheric activity in the area, and I'm pleased to say I've reached an indisputable conclusion. To wit, that Ramu was called forth in the vicinity of the Sylph's Aetheryte. Come, Jay, the Lord of Levin awaits. Oh, Milkroot, you do not want to pick a fight with me. Why am I aggroing these things? 2 levels above them. I mean, we got the whole crew here. We should be fine. Oh, that's a lot of touched ones.
Nora betrays thee, servant of hiding.
Hi, Ramu. Finally. Actually, no, Garuda spoke. I'm not the only one that speaks.
Thou art the bringer of light, bane of Ifrit, Titan, Garuda, and Leviathan.
And soon, Ramu.
I am Ramu, guardian of the children of the forest. Thou tramplest upon sacred soil, bringer of light. By what right doth man intrude in this sanctuary of the sylphs? The Gridanians proffer peace? Their words are born of delusion, thine offer an insult.
Well, this isn't going well.
Thou speakest of harmony. yet carest naught for my children's desires. They did but wish to dwell beneath these boughs in solitude. Yet even that was too much to ask of man. Thus did they turn to me for succor. The sentence I pronounce upon thy kind is just.
Good evening, gamer. I'm doing quite good tonight. Not too tired. I love how they use the word sucker. I feel that we need to use this more in our language and in our vocabulary. It'd be very awkward, but it'd be funny.
Redanian or Garlean, it matters not. The good intent of one excuseth not the misdeeds of the other.
It's a lot of beard. Ramu can't tell humans apart from each other.
Thy conflicts have brought naught but anguish and misery unto the forest. All blame doth lie with the darkness that resideth in the breast of man. Whence sprung this calamitous seed? In the beginning no such duality existed. Were light and dark given form when man was born?
Ramu's kind of racist, isn't he?
It would explain much. Not least why strife and sorrow follow ever in thy wake. Thou canst not deny the urgings of thine own nature. Knowing that thy mere presence here portendeth tragedy, wilt thou persist in this pretense of peacemaking?
I'm about to light you up, Ramu. With this crystal.
Thou bearest the crystal which I bestowed upon thy wayward charges. That they should entrust so precious a gift to thee. Thou standest apart from thy kin. Thou art the bringer of light, aye. But there is something more in thee.
Are you into FF14 gamer? 9536?
Very well. I shall consider thy proposal.
Oh, easy.
Shouldst thou survive my trial.
Of course, we gotta fight him.
If thou wouldst champion the cause of harmony, I must have proof that thou art fit to play the role. Wither mine ire, and prove to me thereby that thou hast strength enough to stay the darkness which threateneth to consume thee.
What level are you at?
Yet if thou shouldst be found wanting, know that all men shall perish in the storm of my judgment.
High stakes, high stakes.
Come to me, bringer of light. I shall await thee on the field of battle.
I suggest drinking orange juice.
Urianger, it is rare indeed to find you so far from a tome.
So what's he doing here?
The Lord of Levin himself. Never till this day had I looked upon his visage, save in painted renderings made faint by time. Ever shall this scene remain etched in my mind's eye. Beg pardon, my lady.
Somebody has a crush.
I must beg thine aid on a point of research. If thou art resolved to face Lord Ramu, I would ask thy leave to observe the event.
Oh, good. What class are you grinding? The striking tree. Who wants to go strike down a tree? Or the striker of trees? I see Firelord is up for it. Okay, we're not going to use the queuing system. I kind of like just the people I see in game and the people who say first in chat. You guys get to come in. So we've got Fire Lord, Takashi, Blue, Elsasa, ads. What's your in-game name, Elsasa? I am on PC, yep. But I play with a controller. Takashi, who are you logged in as? I see you, Kaiser. Depends how fast you get out of the thing. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We need 2 more. Can we do minimum level like we did? Sure. Yes, we can. If that is the best way to experience it. Amba? And Drakita is busy. What about Autumnfall? Is Autumnfall with us? The striking tree. I have to go to the little wheel thing, right? Ready, check. Hold on. Do I just click this to start? Are we all good? Hello, Fox. So I'm the only one that wasn't ready, right? I'm almost more interested in the songs than the fights. This is just screaming in my ear, though. Greetings, Ramu. That is such a ridiculous beard. Ooh. I like this, I like this. Archgrave, bringer of light. Super. Oh, not yet, not yet, not yet. Wait, what's going on here? I want to be in that? Come on, let me do my super finisher. Here we go. This music reminds me of Nier. Oh, that was a healing. Kind of dumb for not being in it. Prove thy words are more than empty banter. What is this? Oh no, Kaiser! Pronounce thy sentence by the radiance. Oh, we're about to get zapped. What? 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 Oh, he's got a DPS check? What's an AD phase? Whoa! Jeez! This one's tough. Thank you. Stay away from blue. Got it. Oh no, I'm targeted. What's that mean? Thank you, I think. Oh, this like freezes you. Oh no! Again? Oh, we just have to clear the mob. Blue! Why is Duncan and I like... Need to pick up orbs. Oh, I had the tether? Oh, we're screwed, aren't we? Did we lose our healers? No, we have one healer. But this is not looking good. Oh, healers are back. Oh, we're done. We're so done. How do you pick up orbs? Those things? Welcome back, Velvet, to the second wipe. Don't pick up the orbs unless I have a tether. Got it. Is there no way to like dodge that? You just gotta eat it? Hey, Dion, welcome, welcome. It's okay, you're just missing a lot of wipes. One down. Whoop, 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 whoop. Yay, we did it. This is attempt number 3. Oh, you guys are tethered. Judgment is nigh. No! Oh, bad timing. No, I'm tethered. We need orbs. Oh, we're dying again. There's no orbs. Orb! Orb! This is rough. What are we doing wrong? It's only one person tethered who should be grabbing the blue balls, right? Okay. So let's call it out for whoever's grabbing. We quite literally get stronger with everybody. Okay. Whenever you're ready. Oh, good to know, Dave. Is there a way I can make my ultimate do more damage? I'm scared. Thank you. Oh no! Did we get him? Have a good night, Rex. We got a tether, please call it out. Does anybody need a shock? Oh man, I'm tethered. Kaiser, me or you? I guess I'll do it. Okay, Kaiser's going for it. I am destroying the ads. Oh man, Takashi, get those balls. Oh, that was not the nice blue, was it? was using my mega. Oh, you mean my limit break? Apologies. It's not on my bar anymore for some reason. Let me fix that. There you go. Good job, everybody. Took 3 tries, but we got it. Man, that was tough. Hardest trial yet. Okay, I'll try to keep an eye on that.
I have taken thy measure, bringer of light.
Absolutely, Firelord.
And I judge thee a worthy champion. The task of excising the sin that hath taken root in man's heart is that shrink not from employing thy strength in service to the forest and the wider realm beyond. Like hungering shadows do the enemies of harmony gather, and meekness will but feed them.
Are you good at extremes, Menwaka?
If man is to be delivered from the dark, it shall be by thy guiding light alone. Stray not from the path, for if thou dost, thy people shall be truly lost.
Thou hast slain the Lord of Levin. A regrettable act, but a necessary one.
So there's normal, hard, extreme, right? There's nothing beyond that, right?
In witnessing thy struggle, a truth hath been revealed unto me. If I mistake not, it may yet prove a chink in the eternal armor of the Asians. But let us conclude our present business. I shall expound upon my findings at the Rising Stones anon.
What does anon mean? They use it in ways where sometimes it makes sense. Sometimes I don't get it. Well, another primal down. All right, what do we got here? Jay, you have returned. Dare I ask how Ramu received your visit? He challenged you to a test of arms. It is well then that you have some experience in such matters. Peoples of both Gridania and Little Solace will be relieved to hear that the Lord of Levin has accepted you as their forest champion of peace. You have performed a monumental duty this day. The Elder Seatseer must be informed of your deeds at once. Whoops. Elder Seatseer will wish to hear of your experience firsthand. Pray, return to Gridania and make directly for the Lotus Stand. Of course. Well, you do get to learn the map pretty good with all this back and forth. Eorzea Defended is the name of the next achievement, so like... what's gonna attack us? Welcome back, Honored Scion. We who knew of your mission has been most anxious to see you return. Whoops. Okay, everybody, let's not summon that guy again.
You are returned to us, dear friend, and none the worse for bearing the heavy burden which I did press upon you. Most glad am I of this. I am informed that your efforts to negotiate a peace with Lord Ramuh ended in conflict. Pray tell me, what befell?
He zapped me, and then we died
Ramuh made
thrice.
trial of you?
Mm-hmm.
I fear there is truth to his claim. It is the darkness within us that attracts the darkness without. It cannot be denied that misfortune follows man. For evidence, one need only look to the conflict brewing in Cartano, or to the rising flood of refugees. Our shared struggle against the Empire should have served to seal our union. Yet the ties which bind the Alliance strain under the weight of gross self-interest. As the scars of the calamity begin to fade, so too does our sense of common purpose. Yet now is scarce the time to forget our shared responsibility. If this new-sprung realm is to survive beyond its infancy,
Are these voices loud enough for you guys?
It must needs be nurtured by all.
Just realized the game's audio is really low for you guys. Okay.
Eorzea must be as one. Yet I fear that dream is still far off. On behalf of the people of Gridania and the elementals both, I thank you for all that you and your fellow scions have done. Full oft have I been compelled to look to you for aid of late, and offered all too little in
Not
return.
at all, Minwaka.
As leader of this nation, I shall endeavor to prove a more worthy ally to your cause henceforth. Lord Ramuh has departed, yet the keening of this ill wind grows no less insistent.
I feel these characters monologue a lot more than they need to, or just talk a lot more than they need to. They're very long-winded.
Voices of the forest, pray speak and I shall listen. What unseen evil begets this unease in my heart?
That ends another daunting mission, AJ. I think it said AJ. I'd hoped Lord Ramuh could be persuaded with words alone, but nonetheless, I can only admire the adroitness with which he responded to the Primal's sudden challenge. And it seems that Urianger, too, was pleased with the outcome. What say you, Jay? Shall we gather back at the Rising Stones and ponder the lessons of today? Back to base. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Come, little Gubu. So things pick up at what, 2.5 or at Heaven's Ward? Welcome back, Jay. Word of your momentous encounter with Lord Ramuh precedes you. I would fain share news of mine own, but Urianger's discoveries must take precedent. Upon witnessing your defeat of the Lord of Levin, our learned companion was struck with a profound insight regarding the nature of the Ascians' immortality. Let us assemble and discuss his observations together. Man, how many times have we seen this animation of everybody stepping into this room? Yes, we're ready. Let's go.
Urianger, the floor is yours.
Urianger.
As all here assembled now know, in its final hours as our Order's headquarters, the Waking Sands did play host to a most unexpected visitor. I speak of the Ascian clad in white, Elidibus. Unwelcome though his presence was, his words that day did serve to confirm a truth long suspected, that the Ascians are eternal beings, to whom physical destruction is as a temporary inconvenience.
In the intervening time, Urianger and I have striven to discover a means by which the Ascians might more permanently be slain.
And 'tis my belief that we have found the thread that will allow us to unravel the twisted skein of their existence. In the moments prior to Leviathan's most recent manifestation, the Sahagin elder who summoned him was observed to undergo some manner of ascension. The etheric readings taken by Y'shtola at the time of this transfiguration have proven most enlightening.
The disruption to the flow of ether was sudden and dramatic. So tangible was the agitation, I scarce had need of my goggles.
The significance of Y'shtola's readings might better be understood in the context of mine own, taken at the instant of the Lord of Levin's demise. Unlike the Primal, the Sahagin was not subject to etheric dissipation.
Before discussing our new discoveries, it may benefit us all to recall what we know of etheric behavior.
Oh boy, we're getting a science lesson, aren't we? Oh, we actually are. Okay.
Let us begin at what some might call the end. When we who dwell in the material realm die, our spirits dissolve into the flow of ether and are returned to the ethereal realm.
Okay.
In turn, the restless energy which suffuses that plane streams back into our world, giving rise to new life.
Mm-hmm.
'Tis as the heavens did decree, the way of all mortal souls. Twixt this world and the next do the ethereal currents swirl, bearing the very essence of life. Thus doth the cycle of birth, death, and rebirth continue unabated.
But
Primals behave somewhat differently. In order to manifest and then maintain a physical presence in this realm, they must consume vast quantities of ether, most often in the form of crystals. Though they may seem to live, their flesh is but ether given shape. Thus, a defeated primal leaves behind no broken corpse. Rather, the essence of its form seeps back into the land whence it came, and the energy of its shattered spirit is called back to the ethereal realm.
And there it waiteth, till next the prayers of the faithful do draw it forth from the sea of ether, to take their offering of crystals and make for itself a new body.
I like this format of teaching. It's very nice. Very easy to understand. More interesting than just...
Which brings us on to the third group, the so-called immortals. They exist in a manner all their own.
Unnatural.
Quite. Even as the Sahagin elder fell to the Admiral's musket shot, I witnessed the release of an ethereal cloud, which immediately took possession of a nearby minion.
A soul that dissipateth not upon the death of the flesh.
The secret of life everlasting, and in the claws of a Sahagin no less. But I wonder, what would happen to one of these obstinate spirits, should there be no suitable host for it to claim?
If mortal death entails a return to the ethereal realm, it seems doubtful that the soul of an immortal would venture there.
Nay, it merely withdraweth a distance, unto the shore of the ethereal sea, perchance, but no further.
Yes, it exists in neither this realm nor the next, abiding instead in the space that lies between them. The Ascians took control of Thancred by means of a crystal of darkness, an artifact which, if our theories are correct, serves as a gateway to the place I have just described.
I was hoping people had forgotten about that.
No, Thancred. You hurt people.
I am sorry, my friend.
For a mercy, the weary road of our research hath brought us unto an answer.
The Sahagin ascended to an immortal state, but he did not possess a crystal of darkness through which to flee this realm. Thus was he consumed by Leviathan. If we could entrap the spirits of defeated Ascians in like manner, and thereby deny them resurrection...
Cut like a mouse.
Therein lieth the path to victory. Thou art most perceptive, my lady. Only when we have trapped the bodiless soul within an ethereal prison can we hope to defeat its unnatural constancy. Thus might even an eternal paragon be consigned to oblivion.
These feats are, of course, far easier said than done. At present, we lack a viable means to entrap and extinguish an Ascian soul. Yet, I believe it to be possible. The pieces of the puzzle lie before us. We have but to put them together.
So you kill an
I
Ascian.
will depart at once to convene with the sages of Sharlayan. Together shall we divine the steps by which our goals may be achieved.
So we kill an Ascian in front of a Primal. The Primal will then absorb the Ascian, and then you kill the Primal, and boom, they are trapped in the ethereal realm.
I have the utmost faith in you, Archon.
Beg pardon, antecedent, but I would raise one final matter. Even now, a Sharlayan survey party seeketh to ascertain the fate of the students of Baldessian. Their findings shall soon be known to us. Though you harbor feelings of dread, I bid you surrender not to sorrow, but abide instead in hopeful prayer.
I shall, Archon. Thank you.
What are these guys scheming? Oh my goodness, they actually are Order 13. The Lord of Levin is returned to the Ether, as was Leviathan before him. Ramu's acquiescence was most intriguing. Inferno, Vortex, Crag, Whirl, and Levin all have now been humbled by the Bringer of Light. The limitless potential of man, Heidelin's servant, grow mightier by the day. Are there actually 13 of these? Yet he prospers at great cost to his mistress, whose strength is all too finite. 7 times have the masses survived the rejoining, but their souls are grown weak and wane. Yet even as it enervates, the ardor empowers our master. All that remains is to nurture the strength of the gifted to forge the final key. And that is the task to which we bend our every effort. Mahabrea, welcome back. Divine seeds were ever wont to quicken in Eorzea's fertile soil. We need only lead men to the field, and by their eager hands shall a new deity arise. Deity. That which was shattered shall be made anew, and the one true God shall come again. I have no idea what these people are scheming. Oh, I guess they're trying to revive this thing. Alright, what do we need to do now? Now the matter of Ramu has for the present been put to rest, there is something I would show you, Jay. What would you show me, Minfilia? It is a letter of thanks signed by the leaders of the Eorzean Alliance, acknowledging the Scion's tireless service to the realm. Oh, I don't need to read this. It mentions in particular the names of all the defeated primals: Ifrit, Titan, Garuda, Good King Moggle Mog the 12th, Leviathan, and now Ramu. Needless to say, there is only one among our number to have faced them all. And though these words of gratitude were addressed to our order as a whole, I feel that they were meant for you above all others. I too must offer my heartless thanks for all that you have done. In the course of your duties, you have never once failed to answer my call to arms. You are a true hero, and Eorzea is that much the safer for your presence. Pray do not misunderstand me. I said safer, not safe. I know only too well that we can ill afford to lower our guard. The Ascians may be relied upon to sow chaos in this realm until such time as they are forced to stop. Why, even without their encouragement, you may be assured that man would foment strife on his own. And that is nothing to say of the beast tribes. Unless we learn to live in harmony, the primals too will return to plague us again and again and again. And yet, despite all of this, your deeds serve to inspire the people, to give them hope for a better tomorrow, and there is no greater gift. That we have the courage to strive for what might otherwise seem an impossible peace, we owe in no small part to the dangers you have faced on our behalf, and the people you have won over to our cause in doing so. In so doing, our list of enemies has ever been long, but think of the allies with whom we are now blessed. Of the Sylphs of Little Solace who wish not of conflict, of the Alamegans and the Domans who stand with us, determined to halt the dread march of the Empire. And then there are the many unsung individuals who have gathered here in Revenant's Toll, honest men and women who seek to employ their skills for the good of all. Of course, when speaking of our greatest allies, we must not forget those closest to us, by which I mean our fellow Scions. Thanks to their many and varied talents, our order is uniquely equipped to combat the far-reaching corruption of the Ascians, and combat it we shall. Your enthusiasm is truly heartwarming antecedent. Given our embarrassing wealth of allies, I trust I will not inconvenience you and Dully if I absent myself for a time. Alfino, I take it the troubles in Ulda no longer require your attention? There are yet some rumblings of discontent, but the air of simmering violence is largely dissipated. 'Tis to reports such that I stand before you now. That, and to speak with you concerning the new organization we discussed. I have a message for you from You recall the refugee girl, the one whose parents were missing? They were found unharmed. She wished me to pass on her thanks to you. Why, Alfino, am I to understand that you made the effort to remember the poor girl's name? I look forward to reading all about her in your report. I do hope you left nothing out. Jay, you have been away from Revenant's Toll for some time now, I believe. Might I suggest that you put the affairs of the realm to one side for the moment and take this opportunity to reacquaint yourself with the town? Which reminds me, one of the Domain children recently inquired as to your whereabouts. Yozan was his name. I believe he was some small matter he wishes to share with you. Why not oblige him with a visit? Man, I got better things to do than talk to kids. Or at least I think I do. There he goes on. What's up? Look, it's Mr. J. He's back from his adventures. We heard you were off fighting primals and that they're some of the strongest enemies you could ever face. I wish I could have seen you in battle. Anyway, we all want to be heroes too, so we finally formed our very own Doman Adventurers Guild to protect all the Domans. Oh, do you think you could train us today, Mr. J? Maybe you could show us how you fought the primals. What's all this commotion then? Mr. Boulder and Mr. Coltonet. Did you know that Mr. J is back? So it would seem. Welcome home. My companion and I recently became full members of the Scions, and I believe proper introductions have yet to be made. I am known as Hoary Boulder. That's quite a name. And this bookish fellow is Coltonet. Though we remain largely unproven as adventurers, we have taken it upon ourselves to instruct the Doman younglings in the arts of combat. Ugh, I told you, Mr. Boulder, we are not younglings anymore. We are adventurers. And we were just asking Mr. J if he could give us some special training. I think we're ready to hunt monsters alongside him, don't you? Well, you've certainly been diligent with your drills, but I'm afraid the fiends of Mordana are still ever so slightly too dangerous for you. I have a counter proposal. What if I were to cross swords with Jay? A demonstration of skill at arms, if you will. Hoary, if I didn't know you better, and I do, I'd say you were merely seeking to test yourself against the legend. Ah, well, mayhaps I am, but that matters the motive when the children stands to learn so much from the lesson. What say you? Would you consent to spar with me? Oh man, I will humble you so bad. Hurrah! We're to have a tournament. Come on, everyone. We must prepare our gear for an outing. Do not try to disappoint them. Have faith, Coltonet. I shall summon every last ounce of my strength to make this a worthy contest. The fields to the east of town should prove suitable for our purpose. Very much look forward to our bout. Oh, there's a Scions B team, eh? Well, it's good to have some diversity. Why isn't that always yes? Like, if I go to a door, I clearly want to leave. I gotta go refill my water bottle. Everyone hydrate. What a nice tower. Twas good of you to agree to this. I trust you are ready to begin. Sure. Go easy on me, though. Very well, let us not keep the younglings waiting any longer. Hari, are you certain you wish to fight him alone? That is Jay you face. What better way to test my mettle? Pray allow me to attempt the first round unaided. After all, 'twas this hero's legend that led me to join the Scions to begin with. Without Jay to inspire my efforts, I would not be half the warrior I am today. Your point is well made, but remember, this is for the children's sake as well as your own. Should it appear the contest will end too swiftly, I shall add my spells to your blade work. Hello, you haven't begun yet, have you? Oops, wrong button. Oh, look at this. Ida! Who are all these people? When I heard about your sparring match, I told everyone I could find. Thought you could use a crowd to cheer you on. Yes, and there are still more to come. When I mentioned Jay's name, the reaction was quite enthusiastic. Why, my own popularity seems but a sickly shade in comparison. You'd best claim victory, bringer of light. Your burgeoning reputation is at stake. Well, our teacher won't be beaten so easily. He's a master swordsman. You can win, Mr. Boulder. We shall soon see. On your guard. Oh, what a smile. Dashing. Get cut. What? Oh. Wait, is he down already? It's not over yet. It can't be. Aye, the children have the right of it. It's time I join the fray. On your feet, Hori. Oh, cheater. Wait, is she actually in there? There we go. Doing this wrong. Oh, you're down again. Sorry, Bolton that. Probably shouldn't have. Wait, why can't I get my full charge out? There it is. Oh, you tried. You have bested me. I yield. Smiles. That was incredible! You beat them both at the same time. We knew you couldn't lose. None can defeat the Guardian of Eorzea. Now, I see why they sent you to deal with the primals. I have much work to do if I'm ever to attempt the same. Impressive as always, Jay. 'Tis ever a pleasure to witness the spectacle of your martial prowess. And judging by the smiles on these many faces, they too appreciate the hard-won strength that keeps the perils of the realm at bay. Guardian of Eorzea. Yes, that is a most fitting title. Oh, I smell a limit break coming. Do you recall when we first met? 'Twas at the memorial service for the Battle of Cartno. At the time, I was yet attempting to understand this land of Eorzea. I sought to grasp the reason why Grandfather willingly sacrificed himself to protect it. Also, what happened to his sister? Just realized we haven't seen her in a while. I shall speak plainly. My initial impressions were less than favorable. Dire problems abounded, and yet the effort I saw expanded towards their solution was haphazard and half-hearted. I thought Eorzeans a foolish and childish people. Considering the shambles their home was in, I would not have been surprised if some had chosen to swear allegiances to Gaius, and the order he proposed to enforce. The Legatus' single-minded military invasion precluded any such switching of loyalties, of course. Were it not for a desire to continue Grandfather's legacy, I would have abandoned the realm of its fate long ago. The threats were too many, the nations too self-involved and unstable. "'Twas you who convinced me the salvation of Eorzea was possible. 'Twas you who taught me, through countless acts of bravery, that what my grandsire sought to preserve was not the land, nor its history, nor any single nation. It was the people, these wonderful, oft infuriating, stubborn people, that suffer blow after terrible blow, only to drag themselves back to their feet to face another day. Though he never put such feelings into words, I believe Grandfather's admiration for this inextinguishable courage grew into a fervent wish. A wish to aid Eorzea and its inhabitants in charting a course for the future. A wish that has now become my own. I too will endeavor to take up the mantle of Guardian of Eorzea and champion these people who toil towards a better world. Our cause, however, is not a simple one. The troubles that plague us are of a scale that cannot be solved by the science of the Seventh Dawn alone. No, what is needed to tackle the root of the primal threat and effectively counter the schemes of the Ascians is a new, expanded organization that operates beyond the limitations of nations and borders. If you would aid me in building such an organization, then pray let us continue this discussion back within the walls of the Rising Stones. Dun, 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 dun. Well, that was a fun little side gig. Oh no, I cannot climb. Hello, Alfino. Thank you for coming, Jay. The world shifts and alters, and we, my friend, must ever be one step ahead of the chaos. What I propose is the formation of a new organization, a group that shall pave the way for a truly united Eorzea. Materia. Pray, forgive me if I tread over old ground, but I would first speak to the grand plan. Since the advent of the 7th Astral Era, the leaders of the three nations have been deliberating over an accord that seeks to bring the disparate forces of Eorzea together into a single entity. A realm-wide grand company, if you will. The military might of such an institution would be drawn from every corner of the land and directed against threats that no single nation could hope to overcome alone. Yet while the purpose of this hypothetical organization is undisputed, the logistics of its formation have become the source of endless battles. Or debate. And the longer these discussions continue, the more I sense the impetus towards unification draining away. Thus have I been campaigning for the creation of what might be considered a trial company. It will be on a such smaller scale than what we hope to eventually achieve, but capable of the same manner of unrestricted operation accorded to the Scions. 'Tis my hope that the successful utilization of such a force will lend momentum to the lagging deliberations. Also, being a primarily military outfit, I mean to assuage fears of its misuse by placing the fledgling organization under the authority of the antecedent. The Scions work tirelessly to protect Eorzea and its people. But as you yourself have witnessed, with the refugee revolt, there are limitations to what even we can achieve. With this new company under the Scion's command, however, we will be capable of responding to a wider range of difficulties without straining our resources or overtaxing your formidable talents. The goals of my proposed organization and those of the Scions are ultimately identical, a point conceded by all concerned. But before I can move forward with establishing this precursor to the true, border-spanning Grand Company, it is yet necessary that I visit the 3 leaders and gain their official approval. Tiresome and time-consuming task, which is why I would ask that you accompany me on the journey and tend to the business of recruiting our inaugural members, while I am otherwise engaged with bureaucratic formalities. This sounds exceptionally boring. Thank you. 'Tis reassuring indeed to know that the Bringer of Light and his discerning eye will be selecting our future allies. Our first destination will be Limsa Lominsa. Let us rendezvous at Bulwark Hall. Ugh, this is gonna be so boring. Let me refill my water. Boink. All right. Let's go on this lovely little parade to talk politics with all 3 nations. Oh boy, this is gonna be rough. Ah, there you are. I am ready to ascend to the bridge and speak with Admiral Blowswin. While the Admiral and I are finalizing permissory boundaries and signing parchments, I would have you begin the recruitment process in earnest. I have, of course, endeavored to spread the word of our organization through various channels, but I believe a personal approach will reach many who may otherwise remain ignorant of the opportunity. As for potential members, 'tis of no matter should they already be pledged to another institution. Only that they are willing to lend their strength when the situation demands it. In Union Range into the countryside, the upper decks alone are populated with the sufficient candidates to suit our purpose. Once you are satisfied with your recruiting efforts, meet me at the airship ticket counter that we might prepare for the next leg of our journey. It is a good thing I pledged this, because if there was no pledge, I would have ended my vacation by now. It's like, alright, let's go back to Monster Hunter. Hey, I can go to the Drowning Wench. That's on the upper deck. hanging on for the promise, but man, it's a challenge. I can't wait to see. I can't wait to see what it is. It's like a pilgrimage. What is the promised land? An organization with the freedom to operate with territorial impunity. I must say your proposal intrigues me. But the Krakens well know that there is a time to act and a time to watch, and I'm afraid this trial company of yours falls into the latter category. I didn't like you anyways. I mean, I can see the pieces are there, but it's just taking a lot of time to come together. Hey, Rainer, want to join my party? Master Alphino's new organization? Yes, I had heard the formation of his trial company was in the offing. 'Tis with regret, however, that I must decline your invitation. As commander of the Yellow Jackets, the protection of Limsa Luminsa must needs receive my full attention. Alright, you do you. You think they'll ever make an FF14 movie? They made a WoW movie. Actually, no, they made a Warcraft movie. Sorry. I like this accordion that we're hearing. This reminds me of those slow chapters when I was reading Lord of the Rings. It's like, oh, here's some good stuff. And then it's like, oh boy, why are we going into such detail about this tree? Or this bear man? I guess a TV show would make more sense then. Who in the bloody hells do you think you're talking to, Drylander? I'm a pirate, not some sun, knight, and shining plate. If you're looking for a self-righteous fault, try knocking on that dandy Carvelin's door. You have a nice hat, but I don't like you. Surprised Hollywood. I guess nobody in Hollywood would have the attention span to actually absorb the FF14 lore to actually understand there's a good story here. Although I'm still looking for it myself, so. A precursor to United Eorzean Grand Company. While I do admire the scope of your ambition, my responsibilities here at Naldic and Venelise keep me close to the forge. I have not the time to be traipsing hither and yon across the realm, should you require my skills as an armorer. However, I might be willing to accept some special commissions. Trust me, you're going to be running back and forth if you join this guild, or whatever, free company. So much politics. I can't imagine this game retaining the attention of like young kids. Definitely not like 12-year-olds. I'm gonna have to do this for all 3 towns, aren't I? Very nice beacon. Real, join my grand company. Well, if it ain't Jay, I do not forget adventurer brave enough or daft enough to seek the shortcut into Titan's bedchamber. You remember old Real, don't you? Formerly of the Company of Heroes, 3 whistles at Bronze Lake. I ain't often had drag me arse out to Limsa for a drink, but I'm right glad I did. How fare you these days? You're looking to put together a new crew? Top tier work? Ha! Sounds like a right lark does. Alrighty, lad, count me in. The heroes may have gone their separate ways, but I ain't ready to climb into my grave just yet. Yay, we have a friend! Friend acquired. At least the crystals were kind of cool. Jay, your recruiting went well, I trust. I am curious as to how my proposal was received by the rough and ready folk of Limsa. Ah, a member of the legendary company of heroes indicated his interest. Astonishing. I knew enlisting your aid was the right choice. Few could boast the acquaintance of such an elusive character. I too was successful in my task. The Admiral consented to sign all the documents requiring her approval. I can only hope that my visit with the Elder Seedseer proceeds as smoothly. Pray, continue on to Gridania at your own pace. I shall await your arrival at Nofika's altar. Of course, we are going to do this in all the possible places we've been to. What happens after this bar? Like after this whole bar's gone, we go into Heaven's Ward? And Heaven's Ward patches or content? Wait. My audience with the Elder Seedseer is due to commence momentarily. I would be grateful if you would once more seek and recruit Gridania after you deem the well potential candidates. I got it. Same thing as last. Alright, let's put on our recruiting face. Can't even ride a mount in these towns. They know what they're doing. Man, Alphino is like the lamest character to hang out with. He always sends you on such fetchy quests and such long dialogues. No wonder his sister left him. Laurentius, join my crew. Oh gods, can it truly be you? Why, what fickle fortune must the first face I see upon my release be yours? Yeah, could it be that you don't remember me? It is I, Laurentius, the man whose crimes you exposed. I was a whaler and a regular patron at Buscaron's. No, I don't remember this guy. Will you say nothing? Does my presence disgust you so? Or do you simply not care to remember our encounter at all? The less I said of my past, the better, I suppose. What of you, adventurer? What business brings you to this part of Gridania? Recruiting, eh? What is your policy on reformed convicts? As the matter stands, the wood whalers will have naught more to do with me. This may just be the second chance I was looking for. Revenants told you, say. I shall leave at once. You shall not regret this, I promise you. I am a changed man. Oh, welcome back, Laurentius. I guess. I look forward to catching on to all of this. And it never goes back to being boring after Heaven's Ward, right? Not this tedious anyways. My back is perfectly fine, I tell you. You'll have to tie me to my bed if you think to prevent me from... Oh, well, mayhap I will rest just for a short while. Whoa, what? Oh, I was talking to the wrong person. Grandfather, you must call it a day. Let us return to the guild and rest till your tormented back gives you up for good. I'm terribly sorry. We were just... Oh, Jay, isn't it? It has been some time since our paths crossed outside of Copperbell Mines. Why, you were barely more than a novice adventurer then. But look how far you've come. Mother Mune tells me 'twas you who felled the fearsome Black Wolf. And now you seek stout-hearted souls to fill the ranks of a new order? Well, your cause is undoubtedly just, and my old companion here would be much relieved to see me in good hands. Yes, I'll do it. This is the very thing I've spent my entire adventuring career working towards. I shall join your company just as soon as I've seen Isildur safely home. Alright. If we go this way... Hi, Zoso. How goes your Tuesday? Sandel. You would offer this old man a place in your company of champions? I am both puzzled and honored by your invitation. Pray forgive me, young master, but I cannot accept. I have sworn to abide here for whatever scant years remain to me, and bear responsibility for the evils my lady has wrought upon this land. Well, you enjoy that then. Zoso, what? Is this a new experience for you or regular? Tis not often a guild officer such as myself gets recruited, and this company of yours certainly sounds to have some promise. But its duties appear less than focused. I must refuse your invitation until such time as your organization is more organized. New to gummies, regular baked. Okay. Well, I hope it's a good feeling. And that you're not experiencing anything unpleasant. I definitely hope you're not shaking like that. Did you buy them or were they given by friends? Oh, I can't even jump this. What kind of warrior of light am I? Here you go. I found another one, Alphino. I don't even need to read what he's saying. We all know what he's saying. Oh my goodness, Zozo. Please be careful. I don't know if you can OD on weed. I think you... I don't think so. I think you like what, turn green? Or not turn green, but go green, whatever the expression is. Hold on, where am I supposed to go? Royal Promenade. Oh man, I am struggling, Minwaka, to stay awake. Alright, let's go over here. Chamber of Roll. I'm learning where these places are by heart now. Which is, I guess, a good side effect of all of this. Hulda, the Gilded City. Go find people. Yes, got it. Merchant Strip, Sapphire Avenue. Sintcott, abandon this place and join me, a company that looks to cure the ills of the realm entire. Listen, friend, I can scarce bear the complaints of the next all over, let alone the conundrums of a neighboring nation. I'll take that as a no then. Landibert, join my crew. Ah, you'd be surprised what rumors drift down to Pearl Lane. I know of this glorious new company of yours. Just how far I'd go to avoid getting involved with it. Whispers on the street says your organization is funded by corrupt coin. By syndicate money. If you think you're recruiting for a just cause, then you're a bigger fool than I took you for. You took me for a fool? But I slayed primals. Oh, the Weaver's Guild. Yellow Moon. I'm sorry, you wish to recruit me? Is this some new fashion manner of propositioning a lady? Well, I'm afraid you are wasting your time. This lady is already spoken for. Good day to you, sir. Yeah, good luck with that. Orson, you're going to join my crew? Oh, what a happy coincidence. Do you remember me, perchance? I am Orson of the Church of Saint Adama Landama. Thank you again for your timely rescue. It really sounds like she made that up. I must also thank you for preventing that fraudulent priest from preying on dry bones less fortunate. The most upsetting business. Are you here with your companion, Thancred, wasn't it? Ah, 'tis new companions you seek, then. Your proposed organization sounds a powerful force for good, but my place is at the church with the children. Nevertheless, I wish you well in this undertaking. I do remember her. Oh, that's on the other side. We'll just take our crystal. What is that? It's another Colosseum, I think. Well, this one was the least painful one to do, I feel. Maybe I just know Ulda better. Wilfred, you'll join me. Wait, you're the man who came to Little Alamigo looking for that masked devil. Who knows what might have happened if you hadn't? I'd probably be dead. Whole lot more of my friends besides. We were such fools. Any road, that disaster really got me to thinking about our homeland and about the outsider who saved us from ourselves. Hey, Akari. Oh, I'm falling asleep. I realized how easily I'd been manipulated and vowed to make of myself a more worldly man. So here I am. New company of champions, and you say it'll take me to all corners of the realm. That sounds exactly like the kind of opportunity I need. And don't worry, I'm not the same stripling you met in Little Alamigo. I've prepared myself to fight the evil I now know is out there. Back to the promenade. It's very well put, Akari. Oh, it's so hard. We did have a little high with Ramu earlier, though. Anytime you hang out with Alphino boy, it's boring. Like, Alphino is just not an entertaining character. Oh, that's promising, Takashi. How fared you, Jay? What hidden gems did the streets of Ulda offer up to your unrelenting gaze? Alfie's a boring nerd. A single Alamigan youth. Well, you've certainly given us an admirable start, even if our ranks are yet somewhat thin. In these troubled years following the calamity, talk to Eorzea's salvation must seem akin to grasping at clouds. Really? But there are those who have risen to the challenge nonetheless, and the hope that inspires these people was born in no small part from the victories you yourself have won. Thank you. I will not squander the precious gift you have placed into my keeping. These recruits will become the foundation of a new beginning. Enjoy your 3 recruits. And yes, we are free to begin. As you have no doubt surmised, the Sultana also graced my trial company with her blessings. Our first wave of recruitment is over, the documents signed, and the finances secure. There is naught to prevent me from taking the next step. Oh. You are concerned by the syndicate's involvement? As was I. This was the origin of every coin of their contribution, carefully scrutinized and recorded. This organization will not be built on corruption. Naturally, I would prefer not to rely upon outside sources at all, but even my family's substantial coffers could not sustain a venture of this magnitude. And as for the rumors and doubts surrounding this enterprise, well, such things shall plague us until the company has had a chance to prove its worth. It will not be an easy process, but we will earn people's trust one success at a time. Speaking of time, we should waste no more of it. Let us return to the Rising Stones and lay the first stone for united Eorzea. Like it's nighttime. Even the pacing of the cutscenes are slow. Off we go into our balloons. Nighty night, Eorzea. Nighty night, little one of the smelly room. Fragrant room, sorry. Nighty night, big loud one. Sultana, that's who she is. She does kind of look like a bottle
Tell
of
me,
perfume.
General, what think you of Alfino's bold endeavor?
I think it is more than bold, Your Grace. His organization would pave the way for a united Eorzea. Well do I understand his impatience. Since facing the common threat of the Ultima weapon, our nations have seemed farther apart, not closer together. Considering the many problems we face, should we not be glad that someone else is taking the initiative?
We have all pledged our cooperation, yet the grumbling continues behind closed doors. Ul'dah is not alone in her duplicity.
I like that, da. Ul'dah. Such a heavy da.
I myself have doubts as to the good this organization will achieve. With the inclusion of the finest soldiers of the 3 grand companies, it promises to be a fearsome military body. But whom will it serve? Even under the watchful gaze of the Scions, it is not unthinkable that such a force could perpetrate a great wrong. Does it not concern you that a significant proportion of its financial backing came from the coffers of the Syndicate? That those unprincipled worms might forge this extraordinary gathering of warriors into a private army?
Wait, who's the Syndicate again?
I have trust in the Scions, Your Grace. They have spared us no end of trouble at the hands of the Primals. If they seek reinforcements, I deem it unwise to deny them. As for their finances, full many gave generously. And though our nobles proffered a sizable sum, their coin did not spill from the pockets of Lolorito and his cronies. And what of the presence of our stalwart adventurer friend in this endeavor? I doubt the Warrior of Light would betray our cause.
Yes, there is that, I suppose. Yet I have known people to change. Whether we will or no, the events of the age hurl us this way and that, like a dust devil skipping across the sands. Cannot be done about Telechi?
No, I gotta kill him.
I have explored all avenues available to us, Your Grace. But as Ul'dah law now stands, we lack the evidence to convict him of any crime. To arrest him on spurious grounds would only play into his hands.
He has all but committed treason, and yet we can do nothing? Then what good our government? What worth the royal house? How deplorable this mockery of justice!
Good night, ads. Let's Still reading Dune? There's just something about a crying Lalafell that makes it sadder.
Have faith, Your Grace. It is not over.
Oh, we're back. What's going on? Why is the music loud? Speak with Alphino. Rising Stones. Okay, let's go. Lalafells, man, more like Lala Sleep. Agreed, Firelord. I mean, I have no reference for what the new ones sound like, so I'm really curious to see if I'm gonna like the new ones as much as you guys do. And I'm sure you're very cozy, Takashi. Is that also from the same universe? That is not a journey I soon wish to repeat. You and me both. But I cannot pause to rest. The culmination of all our effort is at hand. I must see the preparation for the inaugural ceremony. Thank you for allowing me to monopolize your services. I am certain the antecedent will be relieved to see you free for other duties. Yay! 2 more, or is it 3 more from this point? Greetings! Alphino tells me all is in place to begin his trial company. The Scion shall certainly be grateful to have the support of such an organization. The inaugural ceremony is set to take place here at the Rising Stones. Tataru is cooperating with Alphino to see that all is in readiness, so I'm afraid the recruits themselves have been left to their own devices for the time being. Quite a number of new faces have arrived in Revenant's Toll of Light, and I wonder if Slaffborn might not find himself overwhelmed. Would you speak with him and see if there is aught he requires? Man. I'm the Warrior of Light. Let me do Warrior of Light things. I'm sure we can send low-rank Scions to do all this work. Slaffborn, do you need anything? What can I do for you? I thought you'd have your hands full helping out with this new arm of the Scions. Oh boy, you don't know the end of it. I barely noticed your recruits arrived. It was barely a trickle compared to the flood of treasure hunters we have passed through here every day. Oh, good point, Ads. They weren't worthy. Well, I appreciate your offer of aid. 'Tis more your burden that concerns me. I'm told this trial company will answer directly to the antecedent, so I trust that means less work for you in the long run. Slaffborn, the shipment! We couldn't! Gods, woman, what befell? We were bringing a shipment to Revenant's Toll, provisions earmarked for the frontier effort. But just as we sought to cross over into Mordana, we were set upon by brigands. I believe they may have been heretics. There were many, too many. We only escaped with our lives by abandoning the supplies. Pray forgive us. There is naught to forgive. Provisions can be replaced, but smart soldiers are hard to find. Take your rest and I'll have something along to tend to those wounds. What to do? Heretics are involved. Then this is like to be more than a case of simple thievery. Ishgard will need to be informed. Whence did these supplies originate? House Fotemps, we collected the provisions from Camp Dragonhead proper. Understood. I shall see they are apprised of this development. Jay, were you not on good terms with the Knights of House 14? I'll be sending them a missive immediately. Of course, I would also have you travel there and offer your considerable talents. I will travel across the land, delivering messages. Yes, I realize I contradict my earlier hopes to line your load, but I need someone who can help bring this incident to a satisfactory conclusion. Our favorable relations with Ishgard are far too important to risk half measures. Sorry, Firelord. Heretic. Thank you for understanding. I am certain Lord Hochschafan will be glad of your assistance. I like to hear you, Firelord, say that. Hochschafan. To Dragonhead. Whoops, went too far out. Where's Dragonhead? I don't remember Dragonhead being out here. Monsieur Hochschafan, it's been so long. I am now the hero of the realm. I step on your table, because it is poorly placed. Well, if it isn't my fine friend, J.O. Hey, would you care for a plate of roast caracul? Some mulled wine? No? Oh, I see you have not come into my hall merely to escape the biting cold. Oh yes, the French accent. Look at that, it came back naturally. I was, in fact, on the verge of opening an urgent missive from Revenant's Toll, and I suspect the timing of your arrival is no coincidence. Woohoo! Another quest done. 2 more. Oh, don't give him voice acting. It'll ruin my headcanon.
The incident with the new frontier hands? No, you need not elaborate.
My voice is
I have been following their progress with no small amount of interest. Brave men and women all. They do our nation a great service. The existence of a fortified outpost in Mordona will do much to dissuade the Empire from trespassing on Kurth's soil.
Oh boy, those are 2 words I definitely pronounced poorly. Shock and all.
Right glad am I that you have chosen to lend your support to this endeavor. Never let it be said that House Forton does not acknowledge the efforts of her allies, or her debts.
You always pay your debt, eh?
'Twas in the spirit of gratitude that I arranged for sundry supplies to be delivered to Revenant's Toll. That the shipments should chance to be waylaid by heretics is poor fortune indeed. Poor fortune, I say, yet not without precedent. If you would know the truth of it, these incorrigible villains grow more organized with each passing day. This new unity of purpose we attribute to their leader, the Lady Iceheart. But though I have devoted significant resources to the task of identifying this woman, we have yet to learn so much as her birth name. What we do know is that the heretics speak of Iceheart in reverent tones, and would gladly embrace death rather than betray her. Such loyalty is rare indeed, and I fear to imagine what so committed a collective might achieve. The brigands have not yet been so brazen as to risk direct confrontation here in Dragonhead. Some few of their number have, however, been sighted not far to the west of here, and with ever-increasing regularity. A visit to Whitebrim Front may bring you the answers you seek. Will you brave the snows, knowing what implacable foes may lie in wait?
No, Takashi, don't say you
Alone's
miscounted.
blessings be upon you.
Oh.
Though I take no pride in the admission, many of mine own countrymen are not so well suited as you adventurers to dealing with such foes. Were they dragons, it might be otherwise. But truly, I could not wish for a finer ally. You have done much for my house in the past, and I have no doubt but that I shall have cause to celebrate your deeds again ere long. Should you learn aught of value, pray return to me forthwith. A warm hearth and a warmer welcome shall be waiting for you.
Speak with Trilmont at White Brim Font. Let's go! Oh, it's great, Akari. I really love the combos and the whooshy whoosh and the look. It's a lot better than I expected. Going here? Oh, we're going to this town. I step on your table too, and I climb your tower. These French folk really love their towers. Trilmont. Is there aught you would ask of me? Pray, speak plainly. I am a man of action and need words. On the trail of a band of thieving heretics, you say? By the Fury. But you do seem destined to cross paths with those villains. I must confess then, 'tis a sad truth that the wilds hereabouts have indeed grown thick with their number. They strike swiftly, without warning, and are canny enough to evade our most able trackers. But 'tis not merely their newfound organization that confounds us. The heretics themselves seem somehow changed. I know not what manner of influence this Iceheart wields, but the men we face seem utterly lost in the grip of righteous fervor. 'Tis an unsettling and unnatural zeal. Mayhap you would care to question one of the recent victims. As fate would have it, your arrival came moments after a trader was waylaid on the road. Patrol found the unfortunate fellow lying senseless in the snow and carried him to our infirmary. Assuming he has regained the use of his faculties, the merchant might recall some small detail that could aid you in your task. Alright, to the mistreated merchant. Which, if I remember, is on the left and down. Nope, I don't remember. Across the way. The walls. Where is this merchant? He's upstairs, isn't he? Oh yeah, this is the infirmary. Whoops. Tell you what happened. Why yes, of course, I am quite recovered enough for that. Anything to help catch those cowardly black hearts. Oh, this guy's French too. I was traveling my usual route, but he grew up somewhere else, so he didn't get the accent. To White Brim Front, when suddenly blow sent me reeling. Oh, when a sudden blow. The next thing I knew, I was on the ground and several heretics were rifling through my cargo. Arms, armor, crystals, they were taking everything. 'Twas then that one of them noticed my bleary gaze and stalked over to better acquaint my head with his mace. Before darkness claimed me, however, I distinctly heard the words, "Return to Snowcloak." I dare say that is where they were hauling my goods. But you'll not catch me rushing off in pursuit. They tell me 'twas a miracle I survived at all, and I'll not trust my thick skull to save me a second time. Search the wilds of Snowcloak and defeat any heretics. Fly away! Take this, heretic. That one's casting something back there. That's one. Oh man, place where I lost my first fight by myself. Gah, draw your weapon, foul. Wait, I recognize you, adventurer. You are come seeking heretics. Then we share a common purpose. We were on patrol when we chanced across one of their raiding parties and pursued them here. By rights, we should have had them cornered in this ravine, and yet they are gone, vanished like ice wraiths. It would have helped, Akari. It would have helped a lot. You know, throw in a dungeon or something. Man, my chest is cold. Oh, her chest is probably colder. She's probably ice heart. You glimpsed a woman atop the cliff. Could it be the ice heart herself come to sneer at our folly? And to where did she disappear? The heretics must have discovered a passage to the frozen wall, some hidden tunnel that escaped our notice. We have not the men to risk further investigation. It would be best we were to return to White Brim Front and lay our suspicions before Lord Drillmont. Can I just go, like, see the women? Oh, I'm just gonna end up back here anyways. Is it because she dresses in blue, Takashi? Man, I need some turbos on this Maggie. I'm coming up with the mech. Gee, it appears I owe you my thanks once again. The surviving knights spared no detail in their report. The men you found out near Snowcloak were some of my finest. That they should be best so handily, I fear I have woefully underestimated the threat these heretics pose. While I understand you might balk at the notion, I must ask that you put aside your mission and consider the stolen provisions lost to us for now. It would be ill-advised to blunder unprepared into what may well be the very lair of our enemy. Pray return to Dragonhead and inform Lord Hochschaffan of your discoveries. He will wish to plan contingencies of his own. As for Iceheart and her fanatics, the freezing heights of Snowcloak will not shield them from our justice for long. Alright, now let's go tell this guy. It's such a tattletale kind of game. Oh my god, you discovered this. You must go tell this person. Oh wow, you must go tell this person now. Okay, now that we all agree, let's go do something. Oh, we discovered new things. Go tell this person. Now go tell this person. What did that person think? Like, man, everybody needs a freaking phone or whatever it is I have in my ear. So if he's voice acted, I guess he's going to get pretty important later.
Your return is most timely. Of their own accord, my thoughts had turned to your task and the progress thereof.
Whoa.
Confess, my imaginings tended toward
These topless men just showing up.
But you are here now.
So random.
And I suspect such frivolous wonderings do little justice to the reality of your travails. Tell me, what did you learn of Iceheart?
Her skin is exposed just below the boob. And she wears blue.
Indeed. And this transpired at Snowcloak? Of all the highlands, that towering wall has borne the worst of the region's brutal shift in climate. So inhospitable has Snowcloak become that we have still to survey the area in its entirety. Could its frozen heights conceal the heretics' hideaway? Mayhap a more robust reconnaissance effort is in order.
The mystery dancing jay. I have no idea what causes that to happen.
Putting such considerations aside for the moment, we still know far too little of this Iceheart. That she is capable of commanding such a band of fanatics bespeaks natural authority, and no small measure of charisma. As much as I would like to fathom this mystery with you, the situation has grown beyond my personal purview. I am bound by duty to inform the Temple Knights and request that they bring this matter to its conclusion. Giving the glowing reports the new commander has garnered thus far, I am certain that they can be relied upon to take appropriate action. Though Iceheart's true identity yet eludes us, you have provided us with a point from which to begin. Sometimes it takes but a single stone to prompt an avalanche. On the matter of the stolen provisions, I have already made arrangements for a second shipment to be sent to Revenant's Toll. I could not well allow such an honorable venture to be undermined by one miserable setback.
Okay. Back to Revenant's Toll. Or Revenant's Doll? No. It was the Mordana that I was saying wrong. Mordona? More donuts. You know that dancing gif of me is actually from one of my early Mundane Monday videos? Yeah, that's where it's from. I think it's still up on the Hey J channel. 'Tis good to see you return to the Toll. How fared you in the frozen wastes of Coerthus? How's Fortance to send us a second shipment? I must send thanks to Lord Horchefin for his continued generosity. Yet even as our town grows in prosperity, I fear it will attract ever greater numbers of those who would do us harm in the name of greed or power. All of us, Alphino's new recruits included, must remain vigilant against such threats. What do we got here? Guess we'll go with this. Oh, another quest! Two more. Two more? One more? I don't know. I lost count. While you were away in Coerthus, preparations for the inaugural ceremony were all but completed. Although Tataru does it's someone flustered. I've taken enough of your time. Why don't you head into the Rising Stones and see if your frantic receptionist could do with a hand? Be nice about my frantics. I can't even speak anymore. Mouth functions falling asleep. Tataru. These parchments need to be sorted, and these documents, why are they even here? Oh, I'm so sorely tempted to file the lot in my waste paper basket. Ah, Jay, you startled me. You wish to lend a hand? Splendid! Would you be a dear and hand these uniforms to the new recruits? They're scattered about Revenant's Toll, and I haven't had the time to track them all down. Recruits know to don their garb immediately and assemble here in the Rising Stones. You'll want to report directly back to Alphino if you don't wish to miss the ceremony. I wonder if the Scions will ever have matching uniforms. A well-funded organization is a well-dressed organization, I suppose. 8 recruits! Well, at least the town is small. Yu Yu Hase, here's your thing. Those who believe this company will see no riches are short-sighted fools. The giving of oneself is an investment in the future. Thus did I sign my name to the cause. There you go. Go get dressed. These uniforms were a splendid idea. Once our organization has made a name for itself, there shall be wealthy aplenty in selling replica costumes to the adoring masses. Okay, buddy. Artemis. There you go. This scarlet garb marks me as a proud member of the Maelstrom and a hardy defender of Limzalominza. And in truth, I stand for the betterment of the realm, and thought this new company a fine opportunity to contribute on a grander scale. Oh, now that's a striking shade of blue. Put alongside my Maelstrom uniform, my wardrobe will certainly not lack for color. Oh, Wilfred. There's your uniform. The non-amigo could learn much from Revenant's Toll, but this town can be so alive in the midst of such desolation. I've never worn aught quite so voluminous. Well, I'm sure I'll grow accustomed to the extra clothes in time. Real. Hello there, lad. Looking for me, was ya? It's just giving a whistle, but I'm not sure I'd hear it amongst all the bustle. Oh, proper uniforms and all. This thing will cut off the blood to me head. Not to worry, though. I'm sure she'll be fine after making a few adjustments. Isildur has at last retired from the adventurer's life, though I shall miss his wisdom and irrepressible spirit. I am excited to forge my own path forward. Ah yes, the uniform, thank you. Truth be told, the thought of pledging myself to such a lofty organization is somewhat intimidating. Effany. Joe, hey gods, I did not expect to meet you strolling about town. The tales of your primal battles were what inspired me to come to Revenant's Toll. It is an honor to receive this uniform from your hands. I shall wear it with pride. Make sure you wash it. Ilberd. I don't believe we've met. I am Milbird, and I will have the honor of leading my fellow recruits as captain. Much did I lose to the calamity. I look forward to aiding others in rebuilding their lives. Gotta look good, though, for that. Uniforms are a shrewd decision. There is no easier method of creating a common bond among what is essentially a band of strangers. Oh, felt my knees crack. Oh, come on. Don't tell me you're up there. Laurentius, what are you up to? I thought it best to mimic my fellows here. But I admit that I have no idea what we're supposed to be doing. Get dressed. Ah, our new uniforms! I am reminded of my induction into the Wood Whalers. Oh, Fino, my boy. Yes, Jay. Ah, Tataru mentioned you were handing out the new uniforms. I assume you've now met the rest of the recruits. Some few answered the call to arms, but put forth through the established grand companies and such. We are not yet an army, but there is much small corps of elite warriors can achieve. Did I mention I'd thought of a name of the company? 'Tis my hope that it shall soon be known across the breadth of Eorzea. The moment of truth draws near. Once the last of the recruits have gathered, I shall make the official announcement. We're going to be called the Defenders of Eorzea, aren't we?
Comrades, your presence here this day signifies the momentous choice that each of you has made. With your strength now pledged to the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, you are beholden to no single nation. You stand as the vanguard for a united Eorzea. From this moment forth, I declare you Crystal Braves.
Oh, that's a better name.
Let us mend this fractured realm and face our enemies as one. Whether it be the Beastmen and their primals, or the conflict in Carteneau, it is plain that the nations of Eorzea cannot solve the problems which plague the realm. Thus does it fall to some few heroic souls to succeed where they have failed. Come, take your place at the Scion's side as guardians of Eorzea, and together we shall fight for the freedom of all! For the freedom of all!
A rousing speech, Alphino.
Is this the whole new
Or
thing
should
now?
I say, Crystal Brave Commander Leveilleur.
Oof. She did not pronounce that properly.
Please, Antecedent. The title is honorary. I shall not be leading the troops into battle, as it were. We are of the same purpose. Let us join hands and do what must be done to save this land.
The Scions stand ready.
Did we do it? Nope, not yet.
I'm eager to see what the Crystal Braves might accomplish. This shall prove an interesting time indeed for the Scions. Yes, I'm listening. So our worst fears are confirmed. The entire Isle. Such power defies comprehension. Truly? Kryl is alive? Thank the 12.
Who's Kryl?
I see. Pray, inform me if her condition changes. Yes, I shall pass on your words to Urianger. My thanks. I shall contact you anon. When I learned of the loss of the Isle of Val, I dared not hope that my friend had survived. Yet, by some miracle, it would seem she has. She's still to regain consciousness, it is true, but better that than death. Putting this happy news to one side, we must now endeavor to make sense of the readings taken by the survey party. It appears the etheric disturbance which accompanied the Isle's destruction is of a magnitude alarmingly close to that of Ultima. Could the Ascians be responsible for this devastation as well? I wonder. Have you heard aught from the Mother Crystal since the battle with the Garleans?
No, it's just been pretty quiet.
Then she speaks to neither one of us. Heidelin silence portends naught but ill, I fear. Louisoix, I pray you yet watch over us.
Yay! What do we get? Oh, we get a coif. Circlet. Ooh, an even star hat. This looks nice. Boom, 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 boom. Another patch bites the dust. What's the third one going to Dreams of Ice. So I guess the next chapter is in here. Very good. See that the provisions are prepared for transport. Let us hope that this shipment is spared of the fate of the last. What was the time frame between patches when this stuff was released? The winds are uncommon fierce this day. Oh, we have a pope. Pope has an army. What's the context? Oh ho! I see. It's an evil pope. That was ominous. New chapter of New Game Plus has been added. Eorzea defended. Time for a new graphic. Thank the 12s. Put that here. Oops, wrong one. You go here.
Thank you!
Downhill? Uphill? Whatever the direction of a good hill is, I guess. I mean, it's gonna be hard. Now it's time for the Hey J yell. Let's go, Ice Queen. Getting there, halfway through the so after these next 3 patches, I am done A Realm Reborn, right? Okay. So I'm doing about 1 patch per stream. So is it safe to assume I'm 3 streams away from finishing? A Realm Reborn? Okay. Okay. Minus the raids. Okay. Alright, well, I'll be starting a little bit late on Thursday. I have a meeting at my usual start time, so I might be delayed by like 30 minutes or so. But I will be streaming on Thursday. If you want to see any other updates or connect with the community, as always, you're welcome to join our Discord. Just coming up. Here it is. And otherwise, I will see you all as I continue my journey to Heaven's Ward on Thursday. Thanks for hanging out, helping me stay awake. I'll see you all in a few days. And until next time, keep it classy.